reason, obviously. No alerts. Oh, the alerts aren't working. Yeah. I turned them off for a video. I knew I was gonna forget to turn them back on. Sponsor stuff up? No. Amateur stream, man. Amateur stream. What a start to the stream. My stream was doing the bitrate thing again, where it was not streaming out a reasonable bitrate, and I don't know why. It was super weird. So Aloe Quezada with 12 months. Let me send Spadicus and Tingus through again, too, since those weren't alerted. Thank you guys for the big time subs. 12 months, 25 months are ridiculous.
Whoa, legendary.
Ridiculous subs. Sergeant Smokey, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Regis for the Mogu Cultist, you can tog waggle scheme. Yeah, you can, but that's so slow. Maybe with TAC it's a little better, but still, I think, really hard to pull off. And I'll say again, I'm not even really sure the reward's worth it. I think people are going to get triggered by that. But High Rod does not necessarily win you the game, is what's crazy. It usually does, probably, but do you have a random shirt generator? Sort of, yeah. My mom just buys me a lot of single-colored shirts. So she's kind of like a random shirt generator, to be honest. It does feel a bit that way. So, sure. Toland's Goblet. Yeah, Toland's Goblet could do some stuff. I mean, guys, this is like one of the most fun cards we've ever seen. I love the art. I love the look of it. It's iconically Hearthstone. Like, iconically Hearthstone. It's super fun, goofy, crazy, but I don't think it's good. I don't think it's very good. Scheme plus Myra's, but only late in the game. Is that relevant? Yeah, you have to have an empty enough hand. There's so many challenges. Like, even with Tachnazos, you have to have an empty enough hand. You have to be able to spend 10 mana doing nothing for a turn, basically, or some amount close to that, 8 mana, 9 mana, something like that. I mean, we're gonna try to make this work, of course. Is it just me, or are you giving out less stars than you're used to at reveals? I actually think the opposite. I think I've rated things far higher than usual. Really? You think that? I feel like there's been hardly any 2-star cards when normally 2-star is the most predominant score. I've given out a lot of 4-star reviews so far. Almost no 2-stars. Maybe like 4 or 5 2-star cards so far is it. I feel like mostly I've been giving out 3s and 4s. I think it's been higher than average. I gave out a 1-star. Well, just one 1-star so far. Did you see the summoning animation? I did. It looks insane. Yeah, it looks super cool. Very, very cool. I felt that there were some 5-stars in part 14. A lot of people want Evil Recruiter to be 5-star. I think it's going to have a harder conditional time than some people realize. I think it's very good still, but I think it's 4 stars. Bloodsworn Mercenary, same thing. The conditional aspects make these difficult. I mean, obviously, if these didn't have conditions, they would be 5-star cards. But I think they are conditional, so they're not quite 5 stars. I actually almost gave Rift Cleaver 3 stars. So if you're thinking Rift Cleaver is 5 stars, I would have been more likely to go the other way. People are just mad about the beast ratings you gave the 200 cards. Yeah, that video didn't get a lot of views, thankfully, so not too many people could be mad. Where are those cards? Are those not listed on here? Why aren't they showing up? Am I losing my mind? They're not here. They're not on this thing, but they used to be. I know that because I got the artwork off of them. I may send Blizzard a note about that. I want Ulduar and Hearthstone, mostly for Thorum. Yeah, let's do it. That sounds great. How about if we throw Desert Obelisk into Inner Rage Priest archetype? You could, but it's 5 mana, dude. That's just so expensive for a 0/5. Any minion with 5 health or more would be better if you're just thinking about Inner Fire, you know? Like, why not? Not sure if this has been mentioned, however, Mogu Cultist card text read, if your board is full. So what is the interaction with dormant minions? It would not work. You couldn't do it. If you had a Sherazin or a... I think full implies it has to be all Mogu Cultists. It would not be full of Mogu Cultists, right? It would be partially full of the Darkness or Sherazin. Tin Hat Tingling, we traveled to the future to see the review, now we're back. Yeah, maybe. I don't know where they went. That is weird. Anyway, let's talk about Mogu Cultists. What do you guys think? Togwaggles. I haven't really heard anybody mention Glinda. That's the first card that came to mind for me. I like Glinda a little bit over Togwaggles because you don't have to draw or generate a bunch of Mogu Cultists. With Togwaggle Scheme, you either need tack to get them immediately, which is a big mana commitment, or you have to draw them all over time, which is hard. Glinda's kind of intriguing, right? Because if you can get a Glinda to stick somehow, give it stealth, or maybe make it cheap enough, then you could do it all at once. But you got to kill the Glinda, so you got to, like, you know, Dark Pact or whatever. You got a lot of tools in Warlock to do that. So you could play 6 of them from Glinda and then save the last one, because you could run 2 of these in your deck, right? And then Dark Pact and play the final one. But I don't know. Still not super easy there. You got to figure out how to squeeze all that together. So getting Glinda to stick is harder than emptying your deck. Yeah, maybe. There's a combo on Reddit involving Geppetto and Glinda. There you go. That's a cool combo. Yeah, Geppetto to make Glinda 1, and then you could do it. That'd be pretty cool. You'd have to hit Glinda with Geppetto, but... Can't Raw be summoned off Conjurer's Calling? No, it's not a collectible card. It has no gem, so it's not in the pool. Cards that don't have gems don't get put in the pool. So, for instance, the Ancient one is not in the pool in Wild format, right? I wish this card did 30-30, by the way. Maybe they were scared to make it do that. I just dropped something. I don't know where it went. Maybe they were scared to make it do 30-30 because they thought it would be too much, but I kind of wish it did. Did you see my comments on YouTube? No, I don't think so. I haven't had time to read YouTube comments yet. Well, there's what I dropped. There it is. If you have 2 Mogu in your deck, you only need to summon the other 5. Yeah, exactly. You can't do it that way. Fellhunter Betrug, then pull Glinda the next turn. That's a lot of chance, though. 30 would be worth trying. Yeah, that's my thought, too, right? It's like 20 just still doesn't actually win you the game unless you've done some work beforehand. It almost feels kind of bad, like, well, we got most of the way there, but not quite all the way. Sorry, guys. I want this to be good for the animation. Yeah, the animation's sick. Yeah, that's awesome. It's cool they put an animation in a non-legendary card like this. It's pretty sweet. Where can I see the animation? I think like GameSpot, the website where they revealed it, had a video for it. Miracle Rogue, empty your deck, scheme, then Myra's, then extra scheme to fill the deck with RA. It's just a lot of work. I mean, it's cool. I want to do it, but it's just so much work. Like, every step there sounds so hard. This feels way harder than Mechathune. That was my take in my review, too, is like, if you're going to all this trouble, can you just pull off a Mechathune more consistently? Especially now that you have Mechathune plus Onka. Onka plus Mechathune, you can make Mechathune 1 mana in Rogue. If you're doing Myra's and Togwaggle Scheme stuff anyway, why not just Onka and Mechathune, right? And that way you know you're going to win the game, too, whereas this doesn't really win you the game. It just kind of does something cool. You can scheme the Raw himself, yes. It would be cool to top deck this every turn, like get 10 of these in a row. That would be pretty amazing, I have to say. Hey, PLK, dude, didn't you just do your resub, or am I losing my mind? Either way, 21 months with a tier 3 sub is insane. Thank you, PLK, man. VIP in the house, everybody. A VIP in the house. And showcasing why with those crazy subs. Thank you, man. Welcome back. I thought that just happened, but maybe it's been longer than I realized. In Wild with Simulacrum and Medivh's Echo. In Wild, there might be even better ways to do it, but that's certainly a possibility. But again, then you're just looking at, like, why not do OTK quest stuff with Mage, right? And quest could help you easily get this off, too. There might be a cool play with, like, do this and then quest and then, like, Molten Reflection, the Highkeeper Raw, so you could get multiple Highkeeper Raws. That would be cool, but again, it'd be really, really hard. Conjurers cannot get the Sin Drop. It's not collectible. It has no gem. It can only pull cards from your collection. Well, not your collection, but the collection. Does Dollmaster Dorian and Togwaggle Scheme. I mean, yeah, you can do it. You don't even really need Dollmaster Dorian. You can just scheme it at any time, right? What does the Dorian do? Do you mean to put in a bunch of Raws and then pull them off from Dollmaster Dorian? Man, we are like 8 steps past the full combo. Jeez. Hey, Baroness Monty, how's it going? An affiliate for streaming. Grats. That's awesome. Big time milestone. Way to go. Way to go. Res Priest is a possibility. Yeah, Mass Resurrection could summon some of these, but how do you get exactly enough and no other minions? It's just really tough. Toland's Goblet can do it, as can Togwaggle Scheme. It's just every description we run through, guys, is so difficult. It's so hard. Mogu cultists have the worst team building exercises. Yeah, if you have to do something else after summoning your Raw, guys, that's a problem, generally speaking. I think that's going to be tough. I mean, I love this card, don't get me wrong. I love this card. It's super fun. Great. Cool. I love, like, big, crazy stuff. That's, like, my favorite thing in Hearthstone is, like, big, crazy stuff like Highkeeper Raw.
So hyped for the new expansion. Thanks for the great content.
It's so hard. It's going to be so hard. It may not even be that hard to summon it. It's going to be so hard to win games with it. That's going to be the tough thing. Darkguard, thanks for the 9 months. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. With a non-revealed card that summons 6 copies of a 1-cost minion into your hand, yes. They're going to print. It's just 2 mana. Could you get a ton of Vivid Nightmares off of the Topsy Priest deck and then use to get more cultists out? I mean, maybe, but that's a lot of mana. It's a lot of mana. I think it kind of has to be Togwaggle Scheme or Glinda or some other card we haven't seen yet. Most decks are not going to be able to pull this off.
Boys, make some room by the
It's going to be almost impossible.
OMG, a Twitch stream and not a YouTube video. It must be Christmas.
Hey, where's Beef Dude? Good to see you rocking the tier 2 sub for 8 months with a 3-month streak. Thank you, sir, for coming back and enjoying yourself here, hopefully, and hanging out with us. We certainly enjoy your company. Baroness Von T with the 5 months. Oh my god. Thank you, Baroness Von T, for 5 months. Welcome back. Man, Twitch affiliate in the house. Glinda being on board kind of kills it, right? Warlock can just kill stuff, right? They have like Dark Pact or whatever. Not Dark Pact specifically right now, but
the card
ways in which to kill their own minions.
7/7 is actually a 4. 7/7 if you count the cost of the lackey and the destruction of lackey stats, so it's...
Well, not really, right? It's still, you're still getting 8/8 on the board. It would still be, it would be specifically a 4-mana 8/8 or a 3-mana 7/7 if you think about it that way, right? I saw somebody tweet this too, like a pro, but no, it would still be a 4-mana 8/8. You end up with 8/8. You lose 1/1, but that doesn't matter because you end up with 8/8. You spend 4 mana and you get an 8/8 result. For 3 mana, you could argue it's a 3-mana 7/7 because that additional mana floating is lost. The 1/1 is lost. So you could argue 3-mana 7/7 or 4-mana 8/8. I think. I don't know if I would call it 4-mana 7/7 though. That's kind of weird because you don't. In that theory, it's a 4-mana 9/9 where you lose the stats and it still becomes a 4-mana 8/8, right? It doesn't. You don't negatively get the stats on board. I keep forgetting to come back and re-up my sub. No worries, you do you. Come back when you can, when you feel like it. That's all that matters. I'm here for you, not the other way around. What are your thoughts on Sortolan Pilgrim? I think it's... oh, next card, nice. I think it's okay. I think I gave it 3 stars in my video. I forgot to put the actual stars on the video this time. Like the graphic of the stars, I just said it. Man. So that sucks. Sortolan Pilgrim, I think it's okay. It's one of those things where it usually ends up being a card where you can kind of say it's a 5/5 that costs some amount of mana. So for instance, if you got a, Flame Strike out of it, that's like a 1-mana 5/5 because you would have spent 7 mana on the Flame Strike. So you kind of get a 1 mana 5/5. And is a 1 mana 5/5 on turn 8 good? Yeah, it's fine. It's solid. It's just not maybe amazing, right? And then if you get a 5 mana spell, it's kind of like you got a 3 mana 5/5. If you get only like a 3 mana spell, if you only get a secret, it's kind of like you played a 5 mana 5/5, which isn't quite as exciting. Now, there is some additional upside there in that it's an extra resource in your deck because you have a copy, so it's like you get an extra Flame Strike. So if you had 2 Flame Strikes, this could be a 3rd Flame Strike, right? Or if you're running it in a Reno-style deck and you only had 1 Flame Strike, this could be a 2nd Flame Strike. But there's also some downsides in that you don't get to pick exactly what you want. You might have more than 3 spells, of course, so you might get kind of an iffy result. So there are some consistency issues. It could also help you find stuff, almost like a tutor in a way. Like if you really need Luna's Pocket Galaxy and you can't find it, this could help you get that extra chance at finding a Luna's Pocket Galaxy, almost like a tracking in a way, which is kind of cool, or just like a Blizzard or a Frost Nova that you need to stall out the board. So all of that's pretty cool. I mean, the universally good cards are the best options, right? The Lunas, the Flame Strikes, the Blizzards, the Secrets. Those are the things that are always going to work for you. Cards that do actually have random targets, like Polymorphs and Conjurer's Callings and Frostbolts and Fireballs and Pyroblasts, are not going to be nearly as good because those can backfire big time. So you kind of have to build your deck in a specific way to support this card. So basically, there's a few downsides stacking up. It's kind of cool. It does something in a positive direction, obviously, but I think it's going to have more hurdles than successes. It says copy of a spell, period. What? Yeah, it does say copy of a spell. There's actually not a period after that. You could do puzzle boxes, yes. You could do 4 puzzle boxes, yep. On an empty board, Conjurer's Calling is pretty good. Yeah, it could be. Conjurers can be okay if you're the only one with minions or some good upside stuff. I am not actually sure it can target itself with Conjurer's Calling. Battle cries resolve before the minion actually hits the board. Shudderwalk is an instance of some times where you can't do stuff with the minion. Like, Shudderwalk can't do certain things to himself, right? Because he's not actually on the board yet. Yogg does target himself, though, that's true. Yeah, I guess it can. It can, then. Yeah, if Yogg can, then Tortolan can. Tortolan! No, it can't. Swamp Queen Horror can't hit itself. Yeah, but Yogg can hit itself. And this is exactly the same way as Yogg. I think Shudderwalk can target himself, but only if... Well, can Shudderwalk target himself with targeted stuff? I don't actually know. But the difference is that it's targeted and this is random. Well, it's random in Shudderwalk's case, too. It's more like an X mana 5/5 draw a card. You don't draw a card, though. I mean, you're playing the card. You cast the card immediately. It's not like it's added to your hand. So, it's not like drawing a card. It's basically like getting a 5/5. I had my first TFT win today. Grats, Andrea. That's awesome. I played some last night, actually. I didn't do super well. I won one. I got 6th in another one. Like, what the heck? Conjurers would get you Twin Spell copy, which is nice. That's true. Shudderwalk can't stop. Yeah, we know it can target itself because Yogg can, and it's the exact same interaction. So it can definitely Conjures itself, which is good. But it can also backfire if your opponent has stuff. So you gotta ask. I just created a new quest mage with the new card Highkeeper Raw. Can you look at it? Yeah, I can look at it. Is it better than, you know, Antonidas OTK stuff, or even just normal quest mage and wild? And that's where I gotta know. Does your spell have to be in your deck? Yes, yeah. It couldn't be something in your hand. It has to be in your deck at this point. So eventually this would run out of stuff if you didn't play it fast enough. I really only think this would be played in a Reno deck, guys. I don't think this makes the cut in most other decks.
Just wanted to
Whoa!
say thank you for raiding my channel the other day. You made my day.
That's awesome!
I'm at the fire station today, so I can't watch long. I never donate or sub to anyone, but I really wanted to say thank you.
Hey,
man.
Fat Fireman, dude, at the fire station. Well, thanks for being like a superhero, man. I can't even imagine what that's like. Appreciate that, and of course, appreciate the $5. You really don't need to donate just because I raided you, but it's very nice of you. I'm glad the raid went well. I'm glad my folks took care of you. Stay safe out there, dude. You are obviously a hero. I do my best to help people, but you really help people, so way to go. Puzzle box is good. Have you made a video on the new Warlock quest? Yeah, every new card that's come out, I've made a video about. I mean, that was probably like day one, right? Yeah, that's probably the first ever card review, I think, of this expansion at least. So that one would have had like, that's been out for weeks. I think that came out July 1st, maybe. Yeah, over 3 weeks ago, I think that one was done. And I think it's had like 90,000 views, which is crazy. Let's see, Bronco. Amoeba can still work. Can Robbie summon off Conjurer's Calling? No, it's not collectible. Much like the ancient one cannot be pulled off of Conjurer's Calling. Molten Reflections is what I was talking about with this card. Yeah, if you wanted to do it, you could. So Simulacrum. Yeah, it looks cool, man. You certainly got ways to make some dudes. I hope you have enough. Trakari plus Molten plus Vargot. There's some real shenanigans here. I guess between baristas and... Yeah, I guess you can get there. It is definitely a meme deck. You'd be better off playing regular OTK, but I like it. It looks fine to me. Just wanted to make sure you saw my thanks chat. Awesome. Well, I did, Fat Fireman, dude. Thank you again for the support, dude. Good luck with your stream. Don't be shy asking for a raid in the future. I like to share the love a little bit, but I'm always happy to do it when people ask. Nobody ever asks, so we always end up picking pretty much random people, but you shouldn't be shy if you want to get a raid. I'm happy to do it. What's up, Regis? Thanks so much for the card review videos. It's really helped me keep up and digest all the new cards. Awesome. Good. Yeah. They've been doing very well. Yesterday's video got me so many subs, guys. Somebody commented, whoever you were, you're a savior. Frosty Lich, I don't know if you're in chat or not. He said, if you haven't already, subscribe to Regis. It always feels like he has more subs than he's actually got. And that comment got me like 400 subs on YouTube yesterday, which is insane. That's like the second highest day ever on YouTube because of one comment. So it goes a long way when you guys do that sort of stuff. Jeez. Disco Combo, 17 months. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. I guess Miss Skillman's working out. She's looking goofy. Somebody said, I thought Regis had 600,000 subscribers. Somebody else said, I thought he had like 500K. And I'm like, no, we're at 66,000. Let's go. But little stuff like that really does add up. Anytime you guys share stuff or mention my name, whatever, it means a lot. So thank you, Frosty Lich. And anybody else? Did that card Toast give back get revealed yet? I don't think so. I don't think so. Thanks again, Disco Combo. Regis, I have a good Mechathune Rogue deck using Anka the Buried. Yeah, I can imagine. Putting it to one mana and backstabbing it seems like a pretty cool deal with Myra's. I think there are some possibilities there. So let's move on. Hooked Scimitar. Gave this one 3 stars. What do you guys think about the Hooked Scimitar? I think... man, excuse me. I think it's okay. I think it's got some possibilities. Hey, Shro, man, what's up? Good to see you. How's it going? I hope it's going well. I'm doing pretty good, gotta say. Pretty good, pretty good. Just checking out, seeing what's up on Hearthstone World right now. The weapon is balanced, maybe in tempo, but seems too fair to see play. I think that's a great way to put it, man. Yeah, I think it's pretty mediocre. I kind of agree across all those. Especially good for budget decks, I think. That's a good point. Yeah, you're right. Being common is important. That's actually pretty nice. Any class you're getting excited about playing, Regis? Mage, I think, with their hero power sounds really fun. And all the Reno stuff sounds fun. I want to play Hunter to see if those big beasts actually work. But pretty much everything. I think it's the worst Waggle pick. I agree. I think the bounce on Waggle pick is certainly worth 1 mana. And the consistency of Waggle pick is worth a little bit too, that you don't have to combo it. So I would say Waggle pick is decidedly better. But that doesn't make this bad necessarily. It's just they're in the same standard format rotations. So what deck wants to run this one over the Waggle pick, right? I don't know that any does. That's my challenge for it. What was the hero power deal with mage? It's here. We'll just pull it up. But you get a random spell. Where is it? Here you go. Raid the Sky Temple. If you get 10 spells, you get a random spell that costs 2 less. I think it's somehow flying under the radar. Every time in Hearthstone that an infinite value generator card comes out as a hero power, people end up complaining about it nonstop. Dr. Boom creates infinite value. Rexar creates infinite value, and people just like bemoan these cards for years. And then the Mage Quest comes out here, and it's yet another infinite value generator. And people just don't seem to care. I guess maybe it's the fact that it's random is turning people off towards it, because the other two have some degree of control, because you can make your beast or pick your mech. But I still think an infinite value generator like that's kind of scary. Hey, Fazin, what's up? You can draw a scimitar with the Rush Pirate.
Welcome.
With the
Boy,
Rush
make some
Pirate.
room by the hearth, won't ya?
Hey,
Which pirate
Regis,
do you
one
mean?
more month exited about the new expansio.
Hey, Shy Metaprod. Typos aside, yes, I'm super excited, dude. And thanks for the 4 months. That's a big time deal. Oh, you mean the 5/3 pirate, the ghostly person. Can't think of her name either.
Just joined and I heard this was an open forum about infinite value.
Hey, Pyro! Oh my
No
God!
complaints.
First bits of the week, Pyro. Weirdly enough, thanks for the 100 bits, man. Kicking off the bit leaderboard, easy first place for you this week. No competition at all. First stream of the week. So we're 28 minutes in though, so I don't know. Should be Fozen. Fozen? It's still not clear from that pronunciation guide there, Fozen. I'm sorry. Are spells that cost you less better than an average zombies? No, but we're not talking about being better than one of the best cards of all time. We're talking about being really good, right? It doesn't have to be better than one of the best cards ever. It just has to be really good. You know what I mean? Fozen? The second one? I don't remember which I said first. Fozen? Fuzen? Type 2 U's if it's Fuzen. Type OH if it's Fozen. OH for Fozen, 2 U's for Fuzen.
Yes, first place for the first time ever.
High five, Tentacle. Is that really your first place ever? I feel like you've been there before. I just realized Reno is a 6-drop. He is a 6-drop. Yeah, he does go in the pool. Do you think this set has some power creep? Maybe, yeah. I think it's pretty good so far. There's a lot of strong stuff. I mean, I don't know if we've seen any like explicit card-on-card power creep, but it does feel like power levels are trending up in some cases. I feel like Rosticon's Rumble is just going to get completely forgotten. Because Rise of Shadows was way stronger, and now this also seems a little bit stronger, too. Mystery Man taking third with 2 bits. Nice, dude. Nice. Oh, my God. So, Fuzen. You're driving me crazy, dude. I'm just gonna call you Zen to make it easier. Hold up. We gotta talk about the World Kick Master. So what do you guys think about World Kick Master, right? Combo. It is basically Underbelly Angler for combo cards, right? I don't remember half the neutral cards from Rumble. Yeah, I know, right? It's just not good. It's just not strong. Is Hook Tusk the only good card from Rosticon's Rumble? No, there's Zul'jin. There's some good cards, but there's not many. Shark is being played a little bit. Rogue is not a value class, won't see play. Yeah, I don't think this will be played either. I gave it 2 stars. People are actually kind of high on this card. I saw the ratings at 3.7 on like community ratings. It's way too high, I think. Good arena card? Yeah, it might be fine, although combo might even be hard to get in arena. It might be hard to start the chain in arena. The problem is this, like, this was my challenge for it. In standard format, this is your pool in standard, right? How many of these are you going to be excited to get off of your World Kick Master? You probably like Evil Miscreant. You might like an Edwin. But even then, they're kind of expensive. Like, you're only going to get a couple hits off of this if you're spending 3 mana per instance, right? You have an 8-mana pool to work with for your World Kickmaster theoretically. So a couple 3-drops already done, right? Hook Scimitar. This is not actually in there, right? It just says combo. Raiding Party, super expensive. These last 3 are so expensive. You're going to be really sad to get those. That's going to kill your chain pretty much immediately, and they're just not great cards. I mean, they're fine. You can play them. They're just not great results, you know. I think the things you want are probably Eviscerate, SI7 Agent, Miscreant, maybe an Edwin, maybe a Ringleader because it's cheap, but there's just not much to work with. It's just like most of these things are going to kill your combo. Some of them are super situational. Like Cold Blood may not be helpful at all. Cutthroat Buccaneer might be wasted. Kidnapper could be dead depending on the board. Crazed Chemist is like, it's okay. Raiding Party could be dead depending on your deck. Headcrack is really just kind of a throwaway. So I don't think it goes anywhere. I don't think it does much. It's not like Underbelly Angler where you can chain a bunch of 1-mana cards and do crazy stuff and just reload infinitely. Instead, it just seems awkward to me, and I think it's going to fall very, very far short. I think Headcrack triggers it infinitely. Well, sort of. But you only get it back at the end of your turn, so... So yeah, it doesn't look good to me. So, moving on to the Splitting Axe, better known as Ghostly Battle Axe, which we know 100% is the art. They just changed the name. It's kind of sad. The Ancient Shaman Chant, Control Axe, Control V. It's copy-paste meme there. That says combo cards, not cards cast with combo. So you could open the turn with a combo card, right? I don't know what you mean. The minion would have to be on board first still. This would have to be on board before you did anything. I'm not sure what you mean, though. So anyway, totems, right? Let's look up the totem pool real quick for the Splitting Axe. You'll see that there are some that are cool and some that are not so cool. So... This is obviously not really a totem. I think the best results are Nightmare Amalgam and Manatide Totem, followed by Flame Tongue Totem. Evil Totem definitely has some potential. Serpent Ward, I mean, I think is super situational, memey kind of combo stuff. And then, of course, the basic totems are all... Nah. I think you gotta hit something like Nightmare Amalgam, Manatide Totem, maybe Evil Totem to make this feel reasonably good. But the problem is, like, summoning copies of your basic totems can actually be a downside. Sometimes you don't want a full board of 0/2s, right? They can kind of slow you down and hook you up. So this is a Battlecry card which synergizes with the Shaman Quest, which is kind of cool. But I just don't really see this getting there. I think it's okay. I think I gave it 3 stars, right? I think it's possible just to get some stuff and still make a tempo-y play, address your opponent's board. If it was a 4/2, it would be insane, so it's got to be a 3/2. If it was 3 mana, it'd probably be insane as well. So this is probably where it had to live, but good to set up for a Bloodlust. It's not bad. Totem Cruncher setup, maybe that too, yeah. Ever played a match against Control Warrior and you vote to 0 power every turn? That used to be how it worked in the old day, yeah. Oh, you're a shaman though. That's tough. Yeah. Shoot, I thought you meant warrior versus warrior. There might be other totem synergy. Maybe. We've had totem synergies in the past that failed pretty hard though. There have to be new totems coming out. Well, we already got evil totem, but I don't think that's enough. So let's talk about Cloud Prince, guys. I'm all over the place on this card. I am all over the place on this card. I can't decide what I think. I was like, if I ended up giving this 4 stars, but I kind of think it's a 3-star card, to be honest. I don't know. I'm all over the place. I want to hear your opinion on this one, because it's either a really good Sunreaver War Mage or a really unreliable 5-mana 4/4. Medivh Valet saw a lot of play. It did, but the big difference there was the flexibility of Medivh Valet at 2 mana, whereas this is 5 mana. So, in other words, it was pretty easy to play a secret the same turn you played Medivh Valet. It's way harder to do that here because that's an 8 mana commitment instead of a 5 mana commitment. So it's either happening way later in the game or you can't do as much alongside it. And beyond that, Mediz Valet saw play in an era where Ice Block was in standard format, and Ice Block was a secret you could consistently keep up because your opponent couldn't activate it till basically the end of the game.
Got distracted by work before I could say this. The new Shaman weapon might be able to help set up for a decent Stormbringer turn.
It might, Pyro, it might. I wonder if you'd be better off still, though, with like the Overload Thunderhead stuff to get to that same scenario like we have today. I guess if you lured your opponent to sleep with totems and they didn't feel like killing them, then maybe, yes, you could kind of get a sneaky extra board presence. But like I said, I gave it 3 stars because I think that stuff is possible. It's possible. So there's no Ice Block in Standard for this card where you have this secret that's guaranteed to stay active for a long time. Right? There's just no guarantee. So what secrets are you using to keep active? You know, there's always a chance a secret will just stay up because your opponent didn't test the right thing or didn't naturally activate it. Things like Spellbender can be a little bit more likely. Splitting Image is possible. If we look at the mage secrets, right, even Ice Barrier can fit that as well. But most of these are pretty easy to activate right now. We might get a new secret that fixes this problem. We don't know. We might get a new one that fixes it. But if you have to run Spellbender or Splitting Image to activate your Cloud Prince, are you actually kind of sad because those aren't really secrets you wanted to be running? I think in most cases, Counterspell, Mirror Entity are the good secrets in the pool right now. Splitting Image certainly can be okay, but it's risky in an aggressive deck. So I wonder if there are enough reliable secret plays to get this thing going. Clearly, when it works, the upside is insane. Like, 6 damage is great. It's a fireball with a 1 mana 4/4 attached, right? Like, that's cool in a deck that cares about direct damage. And I'll note, by the way, we've seen a lot of these cards so far that are basically like 1 mana 4/4s and 1 mana 5/5s and stuff. Cloud Prince is basically a 1 mana 4/4 with a fireball. And then we saw the Hunter card that is basically like a 1 mana 5/5 that summons you a 5 mana beast, right? Like, there's been a few of these. It's really like, what are you talking about? I didn't see that card. I'm talking about the discounts or the effects are basically leaving a kind of cheap minion bundled into the pool of them. So I think that the mana of this one makes it substantially weaker than Mediz Valet, but that doesn't mean it's a bad card because Mediz Valet was great. I think it's gonna be okay. I think Secret Mage will be worse than Conjurer's Mage still, unless they can somehow fit all of that into one package. So I don't know that this will make the cut. But we also have this card. The Arcane Flak Mage, 2 mana 3/2. After you play Secret, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. What do you guys think about this one? It's like the same kind of thing, but in a different direction. It's defensive instead of offensive, although the Cloud Prince can be defensive. And it is cheap. And you have to play the secret after not have a secret active. If you want to play a secret deck, it's Hunter at this point. Well, I mean, both classes can have secret decks. Those don't necessarily compete with each other inherently, but because we're not talking about neutral cards, we're talking about class cards. What was that? I just unplugged something. Can you guys hear me? Uh-oh. I have a problem. You guys can hear me. Let me see if my stream deck works. Hold up. Oh, it did work. I don't know what I unplugged just now. That's sort of horrifying. I think it was the stream deck. I pulled on the cord. As long as you can hear me, it's not the still hear me? You guys hear me, right? What is happening? I know what's happening. Mrs. Kelvin cleans and she vacuums like a tornado. She just slams the vacuum into my computers and stuff.
want ya.
Happy
And
year
she-
and a half.
So like I moved my stream deck and the cable was obviously a little kind of
Say thank you to Bill for cleaning.
I did already. I did. I'm very appreciative, but she's so aggressive with the vacuum. She's so aggressive with the vacuum. It's like she's like a football player trying to tackle my computers or something. Jacob, dude, thanks for the 18 months. 18 months.
When you get your house, you can nail all your stuff to the
Yes.
floor.
Yes, I can indeed. You're muted. I can't hear. I don't trust you, Black Magic, because everybody else says they can hear me. I don't trust you.
Gotta stay ahead of Pyro.
Oh, Tentacle, dude, I like the competitive spirit. Thank you for the 100 bits. Mystery Man's just chilling. His 3 bits are enough. That's all he needs. He's just chilling. I'm for the Midwestern U.S. Fozen. My USBs are trolling. Yeah, I know. I wish I knew where this was. I wish I knew where this was plugged in so I could check the cord to see that it's properly plugged in. Mrs. Killen could help me. Uh-oh. You could check and see where this cord is plugged in to make sure that it's not loose. I'm tugging on this cord that you can see right in front of me, and you could check. Oh, executives. Look at you. Black Magic, if you can't hear, you gotta refresh for some reason. Although you can't hear that, so that doesn't help you to know. The effect is constant and not about a cry that makes it better. That might be. Does this look plugged into you? Where does this cable run? Going over there is not going to help. I don't know where you're going. That's not the computer. But it doesn't go to that computer. It goes over here. Where do you see it? It's not loose or anything? Does it go to the back of the computer or does it come to the front? Alright, I'll just trust that it's working. What's not plugged in? What color is it? Oh, that's fine. That's old. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, you need to get out from under the desk now. IT specialist. Yeah, apparently. We'll let you watch ads. I'm sorry, Mystery Man. You're doing all right though in top 5. Retribution in 3rd. I like this small bit warfare we got going on here. So. When does your card creation contest end? Just whenever, man. Usually within a week. Just try to submit your card within 4 or 5 days. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. No, just Twitch or YouTube. Either one's fine. You don't have to do both. Either one's fine. So, all right. Let's talk about this card again. I think it's pretty good. I like that it's more flexible at 2 mana. I feel like you can play a secret with it the same turn. No problem. Playing this preemptively is where it's going to feel bad. So, like, playing this on turn 2 and then trying to hit a secret on turn 3 is going to be pretty risky. I mean, worst case, you get a 2-mana 3/2, but most people aren't running Bloodfin Raptors these days, right? You got to have something a little more for it to be compelling. But I do like that even if you draw it in the late game, it has some power output. The challenge, of course, is just when can you play it safely? Can you drop it on 2? Maybe. I think you gotta wait till turn 5. Depends on the deck. Some decks just wouldn't have an answer to it. But the same decks probably wouldn't need the 2 damage either. Because if it's a fast deck, they're going to have stuff out that's trading into it. And that's the decks you want to use this against. So you're probably always waiting until like turn 5 to do it. It's like a consecration for 2 mana. If you're playing the secret anyway, it's kind of free. So... I'm iffy about it still. I actually kind of think it's a 3-star card. I gave it 4 stars too. I don't know why. I kind of think it's I think it's 3 maybe, but I can imagine a lot of times where you play this too late on turn 5 or too early on turn 2 and there's not that perfect middle, right? Like, you play this on 2 without a secret, it might just die and do nothing. If you play it on 5 with a secret, it might be too late, because then your opponent's playing 3/3s and 4/4s. So, I wonder if it's going to have this gap, where it would have been great on turn 3, but you can't do it on turn 3 most of the time, right? There are, Curator mages and stuff, but that's the same thing, I guess. It doesn't the secret never gets less mana. No one is playing 4/4s. Get real. Well, I don't know.
Now
There's
the question
henchmen,
is, do you
thugs,
give
and
the star ratings
stuff.
based on
There's
standard
4
or
health
both
minions,
wild
you
and
know. Evil
standard?
miscreants.
Because I think this could be oppressive in wild.
There's 3/3s are really all that matters. 4/4 is not relevant. 3/3s, there's clockwork goblins and SI7s and you know a lot of stuff at the 3 health break anyway. There's not that many 2 health minions, I guess. Right? We're not looking at a ton of token decks right now. There's still token druid depending on your rank. But even token druid gets buff range out of this pretty easily by turn 5. So I don't know. It seems kind of iffy. The more I think about this card, the less I actually like it. I don't think 2 is a significant break point. I think it's awkward to use. Let's see what Cynical says. Now the question is, do you give the star ratings based on standard or both wild and standard? Only standard. I only rate on standard, not arena or wild. I've thought about rating things across all 3, but I don't know enough about arena in particular. I know enough about wild now to probably rate wild, but yes, JP Wildcat. I don't. Yeah, absolutely. I'm willing to be off on the card reviews for the sake of content and making fun of myself later. Absolutely. It's way better to excite people and be wrong and have some awesome stories and be able to make fun of myself than be super safe on every single card, right? But yeah, the more I look at this, the more I think it's like a 3-star card or maybe even a 2.5-star card. What happened to the haircut? It's Monday. My haircut is on Monday. So I will soon have a haircut. Are you guys getting less positive on this card the more we talk about it too, or is that just me? At first I was like, oh yeah, that's a big AoE. But now I'm kind of thinking, well, I don't know. What does it kill? What does it kill? When does it kill it? And how often does it kill it? When I start asking those questions, I don't know. All the hair is distracting from my excitement. Well, hopefully the top will stay similarly long. It's really not looking that long right now because I have it combed so much. I mean, it's a 4-mana effect. It's kind of like Consecration, but it doesn't go face. I don't know if we have a card that does only exactly 2 damage to minions, enemy minions, do we? Is there any card of the game that does exactly 2 damage to only enemy minions? We have some that are symmetrical, Demon Wrath, Volcanic Potion. I don't know. Arcane Keysmith is wild, right? No, it's still in standard. Arcane Keysmith is from, Witchwood? What is Arcane Keysmith from, guys? Is it from Witchwood? What is Arcane Keysmith from? Where are you? Should have just typed in your name. Am I losing my mind? Isn't it 4 mana? Why are these not in alphabetical order? It is from Witchwood, yeah. Glad I was right. Glad I spent all that time looking it up. Oh, that's a cool background. I never noticed that before. I'm going to steal these backgrounds for thumbnail graphics and stuff. Arcane Keysmith doesn't synergize with that card. Oh, I know. I didn't say it did. Somebody just asked where Arcane Keysmith is from. I get it. I know. I didn't say it did. Don't put that on me. Don't put that evil on me. Somebody asked me where it was from. I'm just answering questions. Holy Nova is the closest thing to a 2 damage that only does... No, Holy Nova hits face and heals. No way. We've never had a card that only does 2 damage to enemy minions as a basis for what that would cost from a mana standpoint. Starfall is not only 2 damage to enemy minions because it's a choose one, guys. Come on. It has flexibility that increases its cost. We've never had a card that is only 2 damage to enemy minions. Obviously, Rexar is not only 2 damage to enemy minions. Come on, you guys are not counting like the huge upsides on these cards. Demon Wrath has affected your own board and not demons. I don't think there's ever been one that was only deal 2 damage to enemy minions, right? That I can remember. There's been the few that were close, but how much would that cost? Would that be 2.5 mana, 3 mana? I guess it'd be more than 3 mana because Volcanic Potion was 3 mana, and that affected your own stuff. Oh, no, that would imply that it should be less than 3 mana. So maybe 2.5 mana? Explosive Trap hits face, and it's delayed, so not the same. I would say that's about 2.5 mana of value, personally. It's definitely not 4 mana, because Consecration's 4 mana. And it's worse than Consecration. So, that doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to establish a mana basis for deal 2 damage to all enemies. All enemy minions. Bloatbat is deal 2 to all enemy minions, but it's like delayed on a death rattle and attached to a body. So I'm saying, what would a spell that said exactly deal 2 damage to all enemy minions? That's all it says. Nothing else. What would that spell cost? Would it cost 3? But then it's worse than Volcanic Potion, right? So it would have to cost less than 3. Shriek has a discard attached, so it's got to cost more than Shriek and less than Volcanic Potion. So it's got to be 2 to 2.5 mana. Lightning Storm is actually kind of close, but it's super expensive and also does 3 sometimes. I'd go with 3 to 4, but we know Volcanic Potion only costs 3, guys, and this would be better than Volcanic Potion. Oh, so maybe 3.5 then, actually, yes. It's better than Volcanic Potion. It's not worse. It's better than Volcanic Potion. So it'd have to cost more than Volcanic Potion. Yes, maybe 3.5 mana then. So this is a 3.5 mana effect. Let's say 3.5. Worse than Consecration, better than Volcanic Potion, 3.5 mana. So if you get this to go off, you get a free 3.5 mana effect. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not Consecration. Consecration does face damage. Consecration does more than this. People forget Consecration does face damage sometimes, I think. So 3.5 mana every time you get it to go off. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Bloatbat does 2 to enemy minions only, but it's not a spell, it's attached to a body, and it's delayed on a death rattle, so very hard to compare. There's no way to isolate the effect their value of mana cost. You can't isolate what the effect is worth on Bloatbat. You don't know. There's no way to break it down. Yeah, okay, that makes me think about it a little better. It's 3.5 mana effect. I don't think the 8 mana scenario where you're playing 2 secrets in a turn is all that valuable, but maybe. I don't know. It's okay. I still don't feel like it's. I think I overrated it at 4. I think it's actually like 3.5. So anyway, we haven't really talked about these on stream. If you guys want to, Onka the Buried. It's sneaky. Like it's Mechathune. Okay. There's some mechanical whelp stuff that seems fun. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to take too long to realize the value of this. I think it's going to... Primordial Drake hit your own minions, and, again, attached to a minion, it's hard to isolate the effect alone, mana cost-wise. The point of the deal 2 damage exercise was trying to find the mana cost. Does not get triggered by Glacial Mysteries, no. Nor does this card. King of Value Town on Death Rattles. I just think it's slow, guys. I don't know. There's 2 reasons I have trouble with this card. You gotta have stuff in hand. That's problem number 1. So what have you been doing up to this point, right? Have you not been playing stuff? Have you been spending all your time drawing cards? What have you been doing? Okay? Problem number 2 is, after you play this, you kind of take a mediocre turn 5 play, right? 5 mana play is it's okay, but it's not great. And then the turn after, what's your big move? You can drop a bunch of death rattles and do nothing with them. Maybe they don't activate. Maybe you have a Necrium Blade that's been sitting for a while. Again, what's it been doing the whole time? Maybe you have Necrium Vial. You can hopefully get some like 7/7s out of your mechanical whelps, but you have to have drawn your mechanical whelps, your Necrium Vial, and your Onka by turn 6. You have to have not played any of them, so you had to have some other stuff you were playing in the meantime. It feels slow to me. It feels really slow. When I think about it that way, like how on earth do I get everything pieced together in time? Does anybody worry about that? Isn't there a card that gets you 2 Death Order cards? There is, yeah. Violet Haze, but you get random ones, so they're not usually going to be great. Rogue can afford 1 slow card. Tog is slow, but I'm saying that this slow card requires like 4 other slow cards to make a good play out of it, right? Because you got to have a couple mechanical whelps or something. You got to have a Necrium Blade, which is not a slow card inherently, but you're not using it until turn 6, so at least half of it's slow. Or Necrium Vial, which is a super slow card. If you want to prep, you got to add in another slow thing. So you got to have like 5 things sitting in your hand. And you have to have drawn them in the right order. It's almost like you need a combo deck to set up the big turn for Anka. It's not like this is something you just play out on curve and everything kind of lines up. Togwaggle can be like that a little bit. Togwaggle, all you need is a lackey, right? I think Togwaggle is way easier to pull off. And then the lackey has merits anyway when you play it. And lackeys are fine to play early if you need to as well. You can't play a Mechanical Whelp or a Necrium Vial early, right? You can't just throw those out for tempo and desperation like you can a lackey for Togwaggle. Didn't Big Rogue show us that Rogue can get away with being slow from last expansion? Did anybody play Big Rogue in Standard last expansion? I don't remember anyone playing Big Rogue last expansion. Am I losing my mind? What do we mean when we say Big Rogue? In Wild, I don't know. There might be ways to use this. Talk to Dane. I don't know. He's the Death Rattle Rogue guy in Wild. I don't know. Go talk to him if you want to talk about Wild. I don't have any ideas. There was a deck with deranged doctors and other stuff towards the end of Rosticon. I kind of remember that, but I don't really remember it being very influential. I don't really remember that being good. Was it good? Maybe? I don't know. I think you're overthinking it, though. Death Rattle Rogue is usually pretty good. Is it? What world am I in where Death Rattle Rogue is good? I guess I'm in a different world. I don't remember Death Rattle Rogue ever being good in standard format. I do remember the Necrium Vial thing, I guess, a little bit with Prep, Necrium Vial, Necrium Blade. I guess that was decent for a bit. It was not the best way to play Rogue from my memory, but I do remember that a little bit with Mechanical Whelps and early on when Necrium Vial first hit. I kind of remember that, but does this actually help that deck, right? I don't know. I'm not as convinced, guys. I think this is going to fall a little shy. I think you just... if you want this to be good, you have to have this kind of perfect scenario with all these things in hand and all these support cards. I don't feel like this is something you just toss down. I guess maybe it's something you could toss down with just 1 or 2 death rattles, and I'm playing up the outcome too much, where it's like, well, maybe just a 1-mana Mechanical Whelp makes this worth it. Maybe that's all you need to make this good. There's a possibility there. But then we also haven't talked about Mechathune. I think there are some Mechathune implications for this card as well. I gave this card 3 stars, I think, right? So that means I think it has playability. It just won't be a meta staple. It will not be a prominent card, necessarily, but a playable one. Maybe I'm overthinking it a little. Maybe just a 1/1 Mechanical Whelp for 1 mana is enough. Maybe I don't think a 1-mana 1/1 Deranged Doctor is very good, for the record. Some people were talking about that, but the fact that it loses its stats is probably not good. Anka doesn't define the deck, it's just empowering it. I'm okay with that logic. I like that logic, but I just don't know that we have a basis for Death Rattle Rogue being very good right now. So, if this is not redefining the deck, why is Death Rattle Rogue going to be worth it? Because right now Death Rattle Rogue is not good. And Reborn doesn't help. What tools does... What makes... If this is not a defining aspect for the deck, why is it good at all, I guess? Maybe that's where I'm coming with the hurdles here. Maybe that's why I can't get over it, because it's like, well, Death Rattle Rogue's not good right now, so the only way this makes the cut is if it transforms Death Rattle Rogue into a good deck. And some of you are saying that it's not transformative, it's just a piece of the puzzle, which I'm okay with that logic, I like that logic, but then is it good enough? I don't know. I don't know. So I like it. Okay, I want it to work. I want it to work. I always feel like you guys think I'm like trashing cards or like going against them when I'm playing devil's advocate and trying to think of reasons they don't work. I want it to succeed. Believe you me, I want this to be a card. It looks awesome. It looks like so much fun. I'm not saying it's not going to be fun and I don't want to try it. I'm worried about it. This is another one I'm worried about. Tip the scales. 8 mana Murloc summoner. Summon 7 Murlocs from your deck. I think I gave this one 3 stars as well. Tip the scales is really bad in my opinion. That's what I like to hear. Yes. Some people like it with Prismatic Lens and cheap Murlocs. But I think the challenge for that is that that's a 5 mana plus play. In other words, you have to play it after turn 5. And although this is pretty good on turn 5, I don't know that it's game winning. There are a lot of decks that could still answer this pretty efficiently on turn 5. There are brawls, there are mass hysterias. Turn 5 is where you start to hit board clears, there's Hagatha schemes, right? So if you Prismatic Lens on 4 and then you get a big tip the scales on 5, it may be too late already. And then turn 8 I think is even more too late. Like by then you've given your opponent a lot of opportunities to draw into removal, etc. You're eventually going to run out of Murlocs. You got to run like 14 Murlocs to make this good. And that's not even accounting for both of these. That's just accounting for one of them, because otherwise you'll draw too many Murlocs. And then which Murlocs do you get in your summoning pool? Do you draw both your Blue Gill Warriors maybe and not have any pressure? I see a lot of problems. I see a lot of problems for this one. Thinning is powerful? Well, maybe, but this might actually thin too much. And it thins really late too, right? It thins so late in the game. You could think of it like a Call to Arms deck thinning tool, but I think it's way slower than Call to Arms used to be, right? Plus, you're just forced to build your deck in a really narrow way where it's all Murlocs. Whereas with Call to Arms, you could put in like Wild Pyromancers if you wanted, you know, or Taunt Minions, or different kinds of tools to match the style of the deck you're playing. Whereas with this, you kind of have to run exactly Murlocs. If it gave all of them Rush, I think it would be way better. Yeah, of course, yeah. This low-key would be better as a 6 mana summon 5 Murlocs. I agree with that, yeah. I agree with that. This is like a worse Forest Aid to me. Like, the first board you get is better, because Murlocs are going to be bigger on average than your 2/2s, and they're going to be buffed, some will have charge, etc. But the lack of being able to reload with it, I think, is the real challenge. So what are you thinning to in a deck? What are you thinning a deck to if you have, 14 Murlocs in it to run Tip the Scales? Or maybe just say 10 Murlocs. What are you trying to get to? Murloc, Mechathune, Shirvala, Holy Wrath. But I think you need more survivability if you're running Shirvala, Holy Wrath stuff. I don't know if you can afford to just have a bunch of garbage Murloc draws in your deck. Losing out of Murloc battle cries, they are sometimes very important, yeah. I just don't think it gets there, guys. I don't think it gets there. Fish Flinger. I don't know what to make of this card. I don't think it's very good, though. I don't think this ever gets run in decks. I like this one. I just don't think it's that good. Why do you guys like it? This card's amazing. Trump liked it a lot. Of course he did. I swear to God, Trump and I like have the opposite reviews on every card. I need to watch some Trump reviews because I don't like. I want to know why Trump likes Fishflinger. Why does he like it? It is not Primal Fin Lookout, and even if it were, that's a great reinforcement of my thoughts. Primal Fin Lookout never got played that I can remember. I don't think anybody plays Primal Fin Lookout. So the fact that this is cheaper and worse, I don't know if that's a defense. React to Trump. I think I need to. I just don't get it. He likes it because the Murloc benefits the Murloc player more than the opponent, but that's not the metric you have to look at. The metric you have to look at is, does this benefit you more than another card you can run? Like, obviously in a vacuum, if you're running a Murloc deck and your opponent's not, this card benefits you. But it's not competing against your opponent, it's competing against other cards in your deck. I don't understand why saying that it's better it's better for you than your opponent is not a metric that's relevant. Is it better for you than another card you could include in your deck? That's where I'm saying probably not. I feel like Murloc decks can run better things. It's not particularly great as a minion. A 3/2 is fine. We saw Puddle Stomper before. Another kind of iffy card. But like Murloc Shaman doesn't need this. They don't need this. Murloc Paladin, like maybe, but I don't even know if that's a thing. Like I wouldn't want this in a deck with Tip the Scales, for instance. I wouldn't be excited about pulling this out of my deck. So I don't know. Think of how good Angler is. Angler's great. But this is not an Angler. It's just one Murloc. I actually also think that the Murloc to your opponent has more downside than most people are recognizing. Just them being able to play a minion. Like, if you play this on curve against a control deck, they sometimes don't have anything to do with their mana anyway, so you're just kind of giving them a free thing to toss into play. And maybe it takes a trade, just helps chip away at the board. Getting this off Underbelly Angler will be fine. Like, I think that would be great. It's the exact kind of card you want to get off of your Underbelly Angler, but it's not the kind of card I think you want to put in the list. What Murloc would I cut in Murloc Shaman today for Fishflinger? I don't think I would cut any Murloc in Murloc Shaman today, or any other card. I looked at the list. What would you cut for it? Right now, just today. Would you cut a single card in Murloc Shaman for this card? I don't think I would. I don't think I'd cut a card. It's not even better than the cards that are available right now, let alone a more refined version of Murloc Shaman. The +3 health one? No way. Cold Light Seer is great. No way. Grimscale Oracle? No, I like Grimscale Oracle. It's a ton of damage and it's cheap for your Underbelly Angler. The 1-mana Murlocs are really important for Anglers. Like, you like having the cheap ones and you like having early trades on board. Like, I don't think that's a good cut. Murmy is going in before this does. I think you're right. I'd rather put Murmy in too. Because cheap Murlocs are so good and sticky Murlocs are so good. No cards will be cut. None. That's where I'm standing. Scargill's already out. Scargill's not even in the list now. Scargill's already out. So that's my take on it, right? You're not comparing against what your opponent gets out of it. You're comparing about other cards. I think it's a trap to say that you get a better result than your opponent. Like, yeah, of course. Unless they're Murloc deck, maybe. But let's look at the list right now for Murloc Shaman and see if any card stands out that's like garbage. Now, it's not only Murloc Shaman that could run this, right? There could be other Murloc lists. That is certainly something you have to recognize. The lowest win rate Murloc in... The lowest drawn win rate Murloc
Make some room by the
in Murloc
Hearthwatcher.
Shaman is Murloc Tasty Fin. Murloc Tasty Fin's the lowest. Then Cold Light Seer and Grimscale Oracle. They're all kind of within range of one another. So those would be the three, and those are the ones you guys... Nobody talked about Tasty Fin, but you guys did say Seer and Oracle. So you did probably identify the weaker ones. Although Oracle is third from the bottom, which is what most people were saying. And actually has a pretty solid mulligan win rate. Actually, it's top half for mulligan win rates. And so is Seer. Seer is like top 6 for mulligan win rates. It looks like to me Murloc Tasty Fin is the most susceptible Murloc to cut. So I guess this as an alternative for Tasty Fin is a thought. I don't mind that. The reason I like it less is because Tasty Fin thins out your deck and this doesn't, which is relevant in Murloc Shaman specifically because you have some really powerful late game stuff in Murloc Shaman that you're trying to find. Swamp Queen, Hagatha, and Shudderwalk. So this wouldn't help you achieve that. But it is sort of a sideways move in some ways. But even Tasty Fin doesn't have a bad win rate. It's not like it looks susceptible to cut. It's actually, they're all pretty close. The range we're talking about from Tasty Fin to the second best Murloc is only 3%. And to the third worst Murloc, it's only a 2% range. Angler and Tidecaller are way, way higher than everything else, in other words. So it's not like Tasty Fin is looking like it needs to be cut. I don't think I'd run this, guys. I just don't think I'd run this. I'm calling Trump out. I want to watch his analysis of Fishflinger. I love Trump to death, but we so often differ about how we interpret cards. So often differ, and I think it's intriguing. I think it's very, very intriguing. All right, we haven't talked about Bloodsworn Mercenary on stream yet either. I think this is a cool card. I like it. It can do some cool stuff. It's probably not the best early game tempo card because it's going to be kind of hard to get damaged minions. This is probably good to me like post turn 5 when you've got rush stuff that's trading in or things that are a little bit stickier on board. But really crazy upside with like damaged mechs in the late game. Some like big Ziliax magnetic mech you can copy for ridiculous results or just some big scary thing. There is combos too, Leroy Inner Rage stuff. I think that's probably too sneaky and not like how this card will be used. But it's a possibility. You could. I don't think a warrior deck's going to want to do that. There could be an aggressive version that also likes to hit, Farthing Berserkers and stuff occasionally, but... I heard Crip commenting yesterday that Trump is so often correct on his reviews pre-expansions. I don't know if that's true. Isn't the meme the opposite? I think when you break it down, pretty much all card reviewers are about the same. It's just that some people get some cards, like they get different batches of cards correct, but you're kind of just likely to get some correct. Some things everybody agrees on. There's, a third of the cards people disagree on. One guy gets half of those right. The other guy gets half of those right. I don't think there's really a defining best reviewer, but also everybody has different systems, right? Like Trump's is about like immediate meta. Like he's rating it for what the upcoming meta will be. Some people look at like more just like generalistic categories, so on and so forth. So for instance, he called Boomsday Max would be garbage, and he was right. All the Boomsday Max have only seen play post-rotation. So see, for my reviews, that would indicate they're good cards. If they ever see play at any point, then that means they're good cards. Trump only cares about the next upcoming meta. That's just a different approach, right? I remember that Hearthstone Mathematics put Trump like the most right in his guesses. I didn't make it into that video. I'm mad. But beyond that, I totally disagreed with Hearthstone Mathematics' interpretations of what star ratings were. He gave like every card 5 stars. It was ridiculous. If it had like a 4% play rate, Hearthstone Mathematics was rating it as like a 5-star legendary. I was like, no, you can't give everything 5 stars. So there was a lot of methodological challenges to that video that I didn't agree with. But I didn't even make the video, so who knows. But the most important thing to remember is nobody cares. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't think any reviewer is out there whose goal is to like always be right. I mean, I think you try to be right, I guess, but that's not really the goal. The goal is to just give people a forum to talk about cards. The goal is just...
My mommy said we are all 5-star cards.
Yeah, I think the most important thing you can do in a review is not be right or wrong. It's to provide people conversation points to attach to. So you say things, and people are like, oh yeah, okay, I never thought about it that way. Or like, oh yeah, that is interesting. So you talk about ways in which the card could be played, maybe reasons it won't work, talk about it in context of its deck and archetypes. Those are the things I like to address. Just like, what does this card do? What's the best case scenario for that? And then why won't it work? You know, sometimes you don't have a reason it won't work. Like, I think it will work. It looks pretty good. Other times it won't work because it doesn't fit in this archetype. It's not right for the class. It costs too much. The stats are wrong. You know, whatever. Too low tempo. Those sorts of things. So as long as you're giving people reasons or ways to talk about cards, that's all that matters. Nobody cares about the ratings. Or at least I don't. I would rather be wrong about every single card and give people a mechanism to discuss the cards than be right. Also, I hate this notion of like binary right or wrong when it's all a scale. It's like, how right or how wrong were you? It's like, would you rather be exactly right about 70% of cards and then exactly wrong about the other 30%? Or would you rather be like generally right about 60% of cards and generally wrong about 40%, you know? It's so weird. Like, this like card review meta is such a strange world. People get like so caught up in it. I don't know. So the very fact that somebody did a video analyzing the accuracy of card reviews is kind of crazy. That to me is even sort of weird. Like, what? Why are we doing that? Why does it? It's almost like we're like it's like we're sports. We play sports for like professional sports teams, and there's like journalists writing about our like, man, Regis had a really bad season this year. He got 60% of his cards wrong or something. Like, what? I don't know, man. So that's why I don't even like it. I wish I could go back to when I didn't rate cards. I really wish I could. It's too late now because it's a meme and it's fun to make fun of yourself. But I don't know. Plus, my card reviews can't even be wrong until the card rotates out of standard format. Once it rotates out, that is the first time you can assess my cards. Because my whole basis is the card has a chance to be good in its standard format rotation. We're not talking about an immediate expansion. So it would be you could only rate my card reviews once a year, 3 expansions at a time. I mean, we kind of do it early, but we should be doing final re-reviews every time they rotate out. So anyway, big rant about the card review meta here. New game coming out, Hearthstone Tycoon, where you rate cards for expansion. Yes. Yes. Plot Twist could still be a 5-star card. It could, yeah. I won't be correct about Plot Twist until it rotates out. I could still absolutely be wrong. All right. So I think we've gotten to the point where we've talked about almost all of these on stream. I actually don't think we did these handful. But, I mean, these have been out for a while, so I don't feel as compelled to discuss them. Evil Recruiter. A lot of people are giving me flack for not actually rating this 5 stars. I only gave it 4. Just because I think it has a conditional aspect. Did you talk about Mogu Cultist? We did, yeah. Indeed we did. Pretty crazy card. Pretty wild stuff. I gave it 2 stars because it has that potential, you know? It's not inherently a 1-star card to me because it could. It's possible that if it works, something crazy goes off. There's a chance. Tiny, slim chance, but a chance. Would you do a final review video at the end of the standard year? We really should, AJ. That's what we should do because that's when my reviews are relevant. I talked to Trump about this, by the way, and he was like, "You're insane." So basically, my review system means I can be wrong about a card if I underrated it at any given point. Because as soon as I say it's a 2-star card and then it gets played as a 4-star card, I'm wrong. But I can never be right about a card that I rated high until, or excuse me, I can never be right about a card until the end of a standard format rotation. I can be wrong at any given point, but I can only be right at the very end. Or I guess I can be right if it's good and I rated it well. I guess I can be right early in those cases. But anyway. The 10 mana minute is not in the pool for Conjurers. No, it does not have a gem. It's not collectible. Trump and I should review cards together, honestly. I would love to do... I don't know if he'd do it, but I would love to have a review where Trump and I talk about cards together. I would love it. I'm afraid I'd railroad him. I'm afraid I would... I'm afraid I'd railroad him a little bit, like take over the conversation too much, as my tendency is to do that, but... Or I would probably just be reacting and calling him crazy half the time. One of the two. One of the two. One of the two. What does Trump say about Onka the Buried? Does he like it? I don't know. I don't know. Fight, fight. No, I love Trump. We wouldn't fight. It would be great. We get along very well. We get along very well. We just disagree with cards a lot, I think. Or at least you guys say we do. I haven't watched a Trump review. I have no idea. I have no idea what Trump has rated stuff. I don't see it. Anyway, we better play some Hearthstone, guys. I've been just talking about cards this whole time. Let's play some Hearthstone. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. I love talking about cards. But we need to play some Hearthstone, too. Let's start this sucker up. I have got to trim my mustache. If my mustache hairs get long and they start kind of going up and itching my nose, it's driving me crazy. I thought I did it today a good job, but I only did the bottoms and not the tops, and it's... Yeah. You could just do Regis reviews, Trump reviews, if he isn't down to do a cooperating. I don't want to steal his content, though. I don't want to steal his content. Like... Plus, I just don't know. It'd be hard to, like, sit and watch. You know? It might be hard to sit and watch. Like listening and reacting, you know? Let's see. What is Trump? Let's see.
Man.
Here he is, the madman.
Card. It even for 30 damage.
Let's see.
That's kind of an OTK. Now, how do you do that?
Let's see.
I feel like you and Trump talking about cards would be a fantastic podcast segment.
It would be great, Myra, yeah. You should totally ask Trump if you could do a co-op review. I feel bad doing that stuff because I don't ever like asking up. I don't like, as a creator, asking up, if that makes sense. I don't want to ask stuff of people who have bigger content, like, you know, more popular than me, because it feels like you might be trying to mooch off them. If Trump came to me and said, let's do it, I would do it in a heartbeat, but I don't ever want to ask up. Splitting Axe is based on Ogre Splitting Axe, which is a recolor of the Ghostly Axe. I did not know that, but that's kind of cool. Ogre Splitting Axe. But the colors are, like, exactly the same almost. Oh, I see. Yeah, they are almost exactly the same. It's a very slight recolor. Okay. The Ogre Splitting Axe. Yep, I see it. Good call. Good call. But I wouldn't ask Trump. I wouldn't ask Trump. But thank you for the bits, Pyro. You guys got me wanting to watch a Trump review now, and I'm like so laid back today. I gotta move the camera down some. That got us some green screen showing. Like, problems left and right in that streamer life. Let's see. Real quick, just because I'm curious. We're not going to mooch off Trump's content too much here, but I just want to... I want to see what he says here. Let's see what we think.
A 5/5 demon. It's a 4-mana 8/8. You play the Lackey, you get its effect. You play the Evil Recruiter on the same turn as Lackey because you can't count on the Lackey to survive. You destroy it, you get a 5/5. So you're basically getting a 3-mana 3/3 and a 1-mana 5/5.
Sure.
That's really insane. You'll almost never be playing this on turn 3. It's almost always going to be turn 4 with a Lackey.
Sure.
But I feel like between Evil Genius and Evil Cable Rat, you will have that Lackey enough times. Plus, doesn't matter really how bad the other Lackey generator is that might come up. If it's not outstandingly bad,
Yeah.
you'll put it in this deck.
I agree.
And it'll be so good, along with the other zoo cards.
Maybe I should have
I just
picked a
want to
card that
emphasize
is.
that this 4-mana 8/8, it's even stronger than an actual 4-mana 8/8, which you might be able to pull off in
maybe.
a deck like Handlock with.
Debatably, because your opponent might have a way to easily kill a 3/3, but not an 8/8, so they can mitigate the amount of damage. Can be stronger too if they have a big single target answer. Are there any cards here that I think are? Oh, okay. This is the one we talked about. Okay, hold up. Let's see what he says about Fishflinger.
Add a random Murloc to each player's hand. Well, that is just so much better than Puddle Stomper that I don't quite know how to begin. So
I agree. It's better than Puddle Stomper. That's true.
we have the base Puddle Stomper stats of 2-mana 3/2 Murloc.
But Puddle Stomper never really got played, so that in and of itself doesn't mean much yet. We need more to suggest this card is good. Uh-oh. Whoops. Whoops. Meant to hit play. Shoot. Shoot.
Quite know how to begin. So we have the base Puddle Stomper stats of 2-mana 3/2 Murloc. Yes, it's a symmetrical effect of adding a random Murloc to each player's hand, but the player playing Murlocs is going to appreciate the Murloc a lot more than
That's
your
fine,
opponent,
but
who will probably just be getting some random garbage Murloc.
But why will it be
I don't know,
played?
maybe the Fishflinger generates War Leader. That would be insane. And then on your opponent's side, if they get War Leader, it's like, oh, 3-mana 3/3. Womp womp. I don't really think there's going to be any Murloc deck that isn't Shaman still, but if you were fortunate enough to be playing a Murloc deck that's not Shaman, you could get Underbelly Angler with the Fishflinger, and that would be really insane. So here's an attempt to
All high rolls, but why is it better than other cards?
make a non-Shaman Murloc deck work. It's Paladin's 8-mana.
Okay. Am I losing my mind? Okay. Okay. I guess I see why people complain about my reviews being long now. I never watched Trump reviews. That was so short. He didn't actually explain why the card would be played ever, or what it's better than, or what kind of deck would run it, or... Alright, well, now I know a little bit more about Trump reviews. He never actually said anything. I'm sorry, Trump, I love you, buddy. But you never actually said anything about the card. He just set up, like, what it could do, but didn't actually explain, like, context or... look at his VOD from yesterday. I'm gonna have to. I don't feel like he said enough. I don't know. I don't know. It's a bit early to guess what would play it, right? It's always early to guess what might play something, because there's still 4 expansions that are going to share a standard format rotation with this card that we have no idea about. So, if you're going to talk about it at all, you might as well talk about it now. There's no reason in waiting, right? I don't feel like I got a feel for what the card could do or where it would go. He kind of talked about Murloc Shaman, but he didn't really say it's better than Murloc Shaman cards or worse. I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch my own review. Maybe I didn't do a great job either, because we just talked about it on stream in pretty good detail. His editor cuts out a good amount of what he actually says during recording for the sake of brevity. Okay, that probably explains a little bit of what was missing. But for me, you got to talk about comparatives. Like, so he compared it to Puddle Stomper, but Puddle Stomper never got played. He didn't make it into competitive lists. So that doesn't mean much. Being better than Puddle Stomper isn't a metric that actually affects the playability of the card, so... I don't know. It's fine. It was good. I don't mean to sound down on it. I just don't feel like I got enough to really compare our takes. I would need to listen to his VOD probably to get a feel for why we're so So different on those two particular cards. This is great for me. Manatite Totem here is the dream. That's what we want our opponent to have. So let's go ahead and grab a deck tracker here for you guys. Brevity means not saying a lot, basically. Being short in your comments. Brevity is the soul of wit. So Trump must have more wit than me. Or Jens does, one of the two. Jens does. I definitely like to say a lot about cards, that's for true. That's for true. Earthshock, really? This dude is hard committing to this stuff. I guess he's worried about his hand size. It makes sense, but just kind of nuts to go so hard already. Okay. Hopefully, he should have Earthshocked his own Manatide Totem, honestly. Why did he Earthshock this Immortal Prelate? That doesn't do anything. He could have Earthshocked his Manatide Totem, would have been a much better play if he's trying to avoid, drawing cards or getting too full of a hand here. That seems like an odd decision to make. Odd decision to make. By the way, guys, thanks for hanging out today. We didn't put out a YouTube notification on this stream because I had just posted a card review video. I didn't want to overwhelm the YouTube notifications, so getting close to 200 viewers is pretty baller, actually, to not put out a YouTube notification, I think. Pretty happy. Hopefully we can find some cool stuff here. Okay. Lightning Storm and Farsight burned. It's clearly some kind of later game-oriented shaman. Maybe still Shudderwalk stuff, but hard to tell. Maybe some big stuff incoming. I got so confused at that portrait and thinking mage, seeing the prelate, and then realizing it's a druid deck. Yeah, this doesn't look like a druid portrait to me. It looks like priest or mage. I always think it looks like a priest portrait. Maybe too much like Tyrande or something. I think a ton was said, and what wasn't said, it's better than Puddle Stomper, full stop. Yeah, I guess, but does that mean a lot to you? Does it being better than Puddle Stomper tell you a lot about its playability? I don't know if it does to me. I'm not sure which way you're trying to make your comments fall. I don't know that saying it's better than Puddle Stomper helps me determine whether the card is good and who might run it and why they might run it. But I don't feel like I had good review on that card either, to be honest with you. The Fishlinger. I don't even remember what I said, so I may have done a bad job. Man, please help me out. Is Hearthstone rigged? Why do I start playing a new deck at rank 5 and go insane with it, like 65% win rate in 120 games, and then the deck goes downhill at around the same ranks? I do not understand. By the way, I'm talking about your Vargoth Quest Mage. It's just a lot of variance, dude. The meta can move depending on what rank you're in. People play different stuff at different ranks because things just change. I don't know, small little reverberations in the meta. Some guy's playing more Odd Rogue, changes this, and then it changes this, and so on and so forth. So you just got to be flexible, I think. But if you had a 65% win rate over 120 games at rank 5, you should have already been Legend, right? That's like a, I feel like you should have been at least very close to Legend, if not. That means you won like 20 games more than 50%, so I guess that would have been like rank 1 maybe. I think of it as a Puddle Stomper replacement. Whatever Puddle Stomper means to you, put this in its place. But again, I don't think Puddle Stomper got played, so I guess I'm saying Puddle Stomper doesn't mean much to me. I don't think Puddle Stomper is very good. It never got played, so that's like saying, you know, that's as meaningful to me as saying it's a replacement for a 10 mana 0/0 minion with no effect. Didn't get played. That card wouldn't be played. So saying it's better than that doesn't really give you much help on the scale, right? I don't know. That's not like meaningful. That's like saying, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a real life comparison. Nothing is coming to mind. Okay. Okay, right. So this pie tastes better than poop. Does that mean the pie is good? I don't know, man. It doesn't tell me much. It could be, I guess. It could be. But I mean, probably doesn't mean a lot to me. I mean, I don't know. is that a I mean, it might be a good pie, but we don't really know. We're not getting a strong indication because I don't know what it tastes like. It never got it. That's never been a relevant food item to me. Never eaten it. I don't know if it's good or not. So to say it's better than that doesn't tell me a lot. You know? Does that make sense? Now, clearly that's an exaggeration, but I'm hoping that the example can kind of showcase what I mean, right? 5-star pie, yeah, exactly. So, in other words, Puddle Stomper might have been so bad that being better than Puddle Stomper doesn't mean anything. It may mean something. How much better is it than Puddle Stomper? How does it compare to other things that are being played? I hope that distinction is at least a little bit helpful. I guess it's just time to go. I don't know if this is lethal, but I think it's probably very close. I think it's probably lethal. I was too lazy to count. It's definitely lethal, by the way. Cool. Alright. Thank you, Manatite Totem, for the easy win. Can't believe you didn't Earthstrike that Manatite Totem. Super weird. Never tried pie. No, I've never had pie. So I don't mean to like be dismissive, but I'm just like, to me that doesn't mean a lot. Maybe it means more to people have a better feel for what Puddle Stomper is capable of, but I don't feel like I ever got that feel. I don't know that I ever got an experience with Puddle Stomper that says like, okay, Puddle Stomper, like what star rating was Puddle Stomper? 2 stars maybe? Maybe 2 stars. So does that mean that the Fishflinger is 2.5 stars, 3, 5, somewhere over 2 maybe? I'm actually not sure it's better than Puddle Stomper, by the way. I think there's more risk in giving your opponent a card than Trump does. He kind of said like, a 3-mana 3/3, that sucks. You get a Murloc War Leader. I was like, well, I don't know that your War Leader's that much better than your opponent's. It's a little better if you have Murlocs on board, but I think a lot of decks would be happy to get a free 3-mana 3/3 to just play down for tempo on curve immediately after you played your Puddle Stomper. Because if you play it on curve, they get to utilize the resource before you do. There are some downsides there inherent to it, potentially. Oh my, that is a heck of a start, dude. Jeez. Small Time Buccaneer. Remember how OP this card was? Free fall. I mean, we're just talking, right? Like it doesn't. There's nothing at stake. Nobody's feelings are hurt or like, you know. We're just goofing, dude. Like that's half the fun to me is just talking about silly stuff. We're, you know, if you dial back on the scale far enough of like how silly a conversation is. Some people say like this is a pointless conversation. I was like, who cares? If we keep dialing that back, if we zoom out a little bit, that's this whole thing, right? We're all playing a video game about medieval knights and pirate beholders, and it's like if you zoom out far enough, nobody cares, right? It's just for fun in the first place. So to have some goofy, fun conversations is no big deal, you know. But I agree with you. It's all silly. It's like, well, this pirate beholder with 17 eyes and floating tentacles is a 4-star card, not a 3-star card. You know, like I realize how silly I sound when I say that stuff. It's just inherent to what we do, what we are as Hearthstone peoples. So I feel ya. I get it. I get it. I'm not immune to that. It's all silly. This pirate beholder is a 4-star card after he was nerfed. He no longer has charge. So it's all silly.
Hey there, Regis. I found 2 ways to activate 2020. Tog Scheme and Elise plus Barista. Did you find anything else?
Does Elise Barista get you there? How does Elise Barista get you there? 2, 4. I feel like Elise Barista sounds hard. I haven't ran through it yet, but that one seems tough to me. Definitely Tog. I think there's maybe some Glinda stuff that's possible. But Elise Barista, even with an empty deck. So you have 2. Oh yeah, you can get to 8, I guess. Yeah. You Elise. You have 2. You Elise for 4. You Barista your Elise. You play Elise again. You get to 8. But your hand gets pretty full. If you don't have anything else in hand, it works. But if you have stuff in hand, does it still hold up? Or does it fall apart? This is really debatable, but I think because this goes to 3, which is a magic breakpoint is against his weapon, it's a little better for me to take the 2 face damage here than put the extra damage on the minion, because now the weapon itself doesn't threaten the taunt, which means it might save more damage in the long run. Could die to something else instead. But okay, yeah, so we made the right move. Cool. Ugh. Gonna have to give him cards because I need cards here. I need heals, I need removal, I need none of this stuff. Oh my god. That is really bad. I didn't get any of my Malfurion, Spreading Plague, Swipe, Branching Paths, Ferocious Howl, Wrath, or Naturalize. Basically, I just left all of those in the deck. There's like 10 cards I need. They're all in the deck. Like a Vargoth into a Ferocious Howl, for instance, is a game-winning sort of play. Thank God this didn't hit that, so not the strongest play from him necessarily. I desperately need a play. I mean, it's something, but it's not what we're looking for. Vargoth is, I can't afford to do this because Vargoth might shuffle in, and I just can't have that. So hopefully Vargoth hits the 3/3 or the 4/4 and not himself. Hopefully not himself. That's not great, but it you know, it's fine. He burned some cards here. So I still just desperately need armor. Life. Spreading Plague Malfurion is probably the best card I could draw, honestly, even better than Spreading Plague at this point. He might feel compelled to kill the Vargoth. He does. He probably should, because of things like Ferocious Howl and Branching Paths. Branching Paths buys me time. Spreading Plague's looking a little better now. I would Spreading Plague this. A lot of damage incoming still. Okay, I called it. Alright, that's good news. Let's go ahead and armor here. I want to get extra minions out. The 1/5 is not really something I want to draw, but I gotta hit that, I think, because of the potential pirate buff. I don't really want to. I'm more worried about Fungalmancer, and Dark Iron Skulker is good against this sort of board as well. But it does cost a lot of mana at least. Second Skulker sucks. I'm gonna lose without drawing Malfurion or Ferocious Howl. Maybe, anyway. If you host a private fireside during the pre-release days, do you still have access to the pre-release event stuff? Yes, that's how I've been doing it every time. Tributius, did I say thank you for the bits, by the way? I know you dropped them, and I know I reacted, but I don't think I said thank you. Thank you. I am super dead. This is not enough. How have we drawn, like, the exact worst set of stuff? I'm just dead. Like, I'm actually dead. To the board. Cool. Man, we drew, like, utter garbage this game. And we drew a lot of cards, too. Like, it looks like our opponent's drawn a lot, because he has. But we've drawn a ton of cards. No Malf, no Ferocious Howls, no Branching Paths. Those are the 3 things I needed. I mean, I'm happy to have gotten the Spreading Plague when we did, but it clearly wasn't that good. Jeez, he had so much damage output anyway, we may never have had a real chance. Your reaction is enough. Well, I'm glad to hear that, man. Thank you again for the nice little bits. Sword plus Seeds draws a card? No, this draws cards for your opponent. Not for us. Wouldn't have helped us any. I mean, him drawing is good for us, but not. The Joker wants to be a friend. The Joker, are you watching? Say hello if you're watching, the Joker. The Joker. Why don't you use the threaten emote to try to make him concede? He deserved the win. He played it well. I don't hate odd rogue players. I love odd rogue. I played it a ton last month. We played it to top 50. Hey, Tremudius just sent me a friend invite. Wow. Thank you, Tremudius. So, against odd... A lot of people just sent me friend invites. Okay, you guys are sneaky. Anything fun planned for your card reveal? Maybe. We'll see. I think so, yeah. Not like crazy fun, but, you know, pretty fun. Pretty fun. Some pretty fun stuff. I think it'll be funny at least. Goofy. Nothing like, not like, you know, some of the crazy stuff these people are doing out there. You know how it is. Like, people do some crazy stuff. People out there doing just ridiculous... What is this deck? This is not Odd Paladin. Doing just crazy CG and crazy... you know, stop motion Lego stuff we saw. Nothing like that. Still, you know, within the scale I'm comfortable with, but you know, I make a fool of myself a little bit. That's the goal. Make it memorable. How funny can he make a weapon reveal? What makes you think it's a weapon, Mr. Righto? Just out of curiosity, why do you assume it's a weapon? That's what I want to know.
My hand is too full.
I think we just won the game.
I enjoy raiding.
We did! We did! Perfect timing. For those of you who just joined with the Dexter raid, we just burned our opponent's Uther of the Evan Blade with our Mildred deck.
Figured I'd sneak that friendo requesto.
Perfect timing. Tentacle dude, thanks for the bits. Dexter, thanks for the raid, man. What do you think of these new cards, Dexter? What's your rating for, let's see, what was our most controversial rating today? Dexter, what's your card rating for Mogu Cultist? What's your card rating for Cloud Prince? And what's your rating for Unka the Buried? I want to hear them all. 20 out of 20. I got 20/20 vision. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to see the decks. Mogu best card. Yeah. Hey, Lord Farquaad. Hey, House Key. Hey, everyone Panic. And, let's see, Odin. DJ Cool. Thanks for the Dexter love. Odin again. Board certified. How's it going, guys? Board certified. You left me for Dexter. You used to be my most reliable, trusted friend. And you left me for Dexter, my greatest evil, my biggest rival. No, I'm kidding, dude. Love Dexter, too. I love Dexter. Dexter's killing it lately. His time to shine is coming very soon. He always kills it during new expansions. Card videos and stuff. My greatest rival. Dexter, dude, I'm watching your numbers like a hawk. I've been watching your numbers closer than mine lately. Like, I'm just waiting, dude. I don't have anything planned.
Dexter, I barely even know her.
I love Dexter's name. It's like the perfect name for a card player. Dexter. Oh my god, dude. 333 to go, Dexter. Oh, let's do it, dude. I'm ready. Dex, surely your card reveal is going to bump you over, right? That's going to be a big milestone, man. Card reveal, first ever card reveal, and 50K. Boom. That is sick. That is going to be the best day, dude. That's going to be such a good day. You're definitely going to get, you'll get there for sure, right? I mean, it's not guaranteed. I didn't get a huge bump from my card reveal, to be honest, but I think you'll get there. I think you'll get there.
Sorry about being sneaky. Just wanted to test out stream delay. Here I will go to rank 20 badge for you.
Rank 20 badge. Oh, Tremudius. Nice, dude. Congrats on the cheer badge. Mine's tomorrow, but I'm not expecting a crazy bump. So, dude, whisper me what you did, if you did anything, like, funny or special or, like, creative. I want to make sure I'm not going to do the same thing. I don't want to just repeat what you did. Whisper me real quick what you're doing, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, I won't spoil it, I promise, as you know. But I want to make sure I don't, because I'm about to finish mine, and I don't want to do the same thing as you in case, because my idea is not unique enough that it couldn't be repeated by somebody else. So I hope it's not, because I don't have a backup plan. If it is the same idea, you're gonna steal it. This is the problem with going near the end of the. Last time I was like the very first card reveal. I didn't have to worry about anybody, but also it was the puzzle box, so I got kind of waylaid by insanity. I did see the Lego animation, yeah. As a Lego fiend at one point in my life, yeah, I was really impressed with it. It was awesome. I like how dancing swords are a nice proactive mill. They are. It's awesome that you can play them as kind of a threat, and also they're great with N'Zoth too. They come back as a powerful mill option when you play N'Zoth later. So they have kind of a double benefit, which is cool. Alrighty. We gotta save these naturalizes for 8/8s, maybe. If I can get enough life, it kind of just depends. Never mind, we're gonna do it now. I take it back. That is a bad burn. That's a bad burn. That's an okay burn. Not a great one, but an okay one. This deck is driven by its minions, so... Oh, okay, let's see. Okay, you sound fine, Dexter. You sound fine. Have you finished your video already? I don't think we're going to cross over. I think we'll be fine. My card sounds very different, and I think our plan for executing on it is also very different. What is your reveal? Friday the 26th. Friday the 26th. If they're the same, then say it was planned. Yeah, I guess that's true. I could like meme in mine on like reacting to his or something. Be like, well, Dexter's ruined my card reveal. GG. I could go that route. I could go that route. That Dexter guy is the farm simulator YouTuber, right? What? Does he? I don't. If this is a meme, I don't know it. But if there is actually a guy who makes farm simulator videos called Dexter, that is hilarious. This must be a meme. I don't know though. This must be a good meme. I'm missing out on a nice juicy meme. Big old juicy meme here. Hot off the presses. Nothing beats the Lego underwater stuff from 1995. I was
greater than regular Legos.
Tentacle, get out of here. Bionicle's fine, but regular Lego is superior. I was big into castle stuff. When I was a kid, there was some castle sets, and I think they were actually called like Kingdoms maybe at that point, or maybe I'm getting this backwards. And then maybe in like 2008, 2010 era, I was into Lego a little bit again with Castle 2. Came back. I have a ton of Lego. I had dreams of building like a big MOC, like a big, MOC stands for my own creation, I think, MOC. Like a big castle scene. Those are my goals, like build a castle, dedicated, like awesome castle, but I just never got there. Let's see. Legos are expensive, Shro. Yes, they're too expensive. It's kind of outrageous. It's like over 10 cents a piece, and it shouldn't cost Lego nearly that much. All their costs come in molding. So tooling is the expensive part of action figure and Lego creation. Making the steel tooling is really, really expensive every time like a new mold or piece design is created. But Lego gets around that because their pieces, I don't even really care too much about these getting a lot of value to it. Their pieces are mostly the repeat pieces, so they use the same tooling time after time after time. Very few sets have new tooling. So they shouldn't have that much expense going in actual tooling. It should be mostly just plastic costs, which are
Legos.
very low. Higher than they have been in the past, but still very low. So I agree. I feel like Lego is a little greedy on their cost stuff, but whatever. It's fine. They may be making a more environmentally friendly plastic. Sure, that could make it more expensive if they're not using the standard stuff. They use, oh gosh, I'm blanking. I used to be a pseudo expert in this field. ABS plastic? Is ABS the hard plastic or is ABS the soft plastic? They use not ABS, I think, but I can't remember. I don't know. Whatever. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Easy, easy, easy. Did it. Easy, easy, easy,
They
easy.
probably use
No
PLA.
pressure. No pressure. No pressure. The power of Dexter raiding Regis and making everybody talk about Lego. Yeah, his name's Dexter. He has a laboratory. He makes Lego. What are you going to do? They probably pay a lot for licenses. They do, but a lot of their stuff is unlicensed as well. But yeah, they pay a lot for Marvel and Minecraft probably and whatever else they have these days. Is PLA the name of the, I don't know. Somebody look it up. Somebody look it up. Lego is made of ABS plastic. Oh, high five. Boom. Somebody looked it up, and we know the answer. Yay. ABS it is. Acrylonitrile butadiene styrene is an opaque thermoplastic and amorphous polymer. It has to do with the way the material responds to heat. Yeah. So, like, action figures are primarily made of a softer plastic. I guess it's PVC, maybe? Is that what it is? No, I can't think of it. I don't know. I can't remember the terms. So, like, when you heat them up, it's very bendable and amorphous. You can, like, reshape stuff a little bit. But Lego's a hard plastic. Usually action figure chests are made of the harder plastic, too. But their legs and other body parts are made of softer plastics. Sometimes you'll notice a slight color differentiation between the chest and the body because of that. I don't know. There's a lot of shenanigans afoot with this stuff. Okay, so now I kind of regret the poison seeds, to be honest. This is not feeling super good. Let's do this first, see what we find. Jade, I don't need it. I guess we can wait one turn. I'm going to feel pretty bad about this, I think, at the end of the day, but... That's what we wanted. Perfect, okay. I feel less bad about it now. Okay. We might still be dead to quest with... Oh, I was going to say with Vargoth, but without a Vargoth and without a Arcane Giant, we might be fine. Still kind of iffy. He's got to finish the quest and then have enough mana to get to 34 health. I don't feel great. We denied a little bit of damage with a taunt. That's good news. So he has like 9. If he played like a big board and a Flame Waker and then quested, it's possible. It's possible, but he's got to spend some mana on the quest. He could do 34 here. It's not crazy. It's going to be hard, but it's not impossible. He's not playing an Apprentice first, though. So he must be trying to get as much value off the 2/1s as he can. He's got the quest here. I may lose this, guys, actually. Yeah, we're going to have trouble, I think. Oh, yeah, we're dead. We're going to die. This is too much value. He can probably kill me now. 10 mana's a lot. I'm super dead. I'm super dead. He has 15, 21, 23 anyway. Oh, yeah, we're super dead. Very dead. Gonna bounce. See everyone, Panic Dude. Good luck with your script. That sounds exciting. Long time no see, says Guadalupes. Build a castle with your tall. I would love to do that on stream, dude. That would be a super fun content. How do you know so much about plastic? I don't know as much as I used to. But I used to be pretty connected to the action figure industry. I still am a little bit, but used to be way more connected to the action figure industry. Not from a production side. My knowledge about the production side was just kind of ancillary. Not primary to what my job was. I was more about the actual action figures themselves, but you just learn a little bit along the way just because you're exposed to it a lot. So that's why I know a little, but not a lot. But yeah, I have like 3,000 action figures. I used to get sent action figures to write reviews on them. I kind of was like Regis, but in the action figure world for a few years, basically. Kind of exactly what I do. I didn't do videos, it was written content, but very similar sort of like personality or content creator, but in action figures as opposed to video games, Hearthstone. So the knowledge I have for Hearthstone used to be the knowledge I had for action figures. So, you know, it was 10 years ago. I've lost a little bit, but still know some. Do you have a custom action figure of yourself? I do have some, actually. Yeah, I had some company like 3D printed some heads and stuff, etc. So yeah, but I mostly have, you know, like if I have right now a shelf of Transformers, Masters of the Universe, DC Comics, a bunch of accessory stuff, Marvel, Spawn, World of Warcraft, Thundercats. Let's see what else is down there. Halo. I can't see everything, but over here is Dragon Ball Z, Overwatch. Most of them are not actually visible, but oh, some Gundam, some random stuff down there, Simpsons, Lego. So I don't know, just a bunch of random stuff. Last time it was NBA, now it's Legos. Yeah, I've had a lot of interest in my life. Do you think there's a market for Hearthstone action figures? No, there could be a market for World of Warcraft action figures, but not much of one, unfortunately. They've had a few different attempts that never really panned out a lot. So there was the old DC Unlimited line of World of Warcraft stuff. Even before that, there was like some... I don't even know who made it, but some they only put out like 3 or 4 figures in the super, super early WoW line. And then... what else? There is the Heroes of the Storm line from NECA, where they put out a few Warcraft-themed figures, which I have right here. There's Stitches, Thrall, Sylvanas. Who else is there? Lich King and Illidan, which are pretty amazing. They're super sick figures. I can maybe reach the Sylvanas, but it's annoying. And then there's some Overwatch stuff out there right now. Figma and Hasbro both have Overwatch action figure lines that are pretty good. I have some of the Figma ones. Figma is like the Japanese imported stuff. So I would love a World of Warcraft like Figma line. Would be my absolute dream come true. If we could get a line of like 20 plus characters, I would lose my mind. Right now, everything is only like limited numbers. The DC Unlimited stuff had quite a few figures, but they weren't actually articulated, which is what I like. I don't like statuette figurine type stuff. What was that, a Wrath? Okay, that's fine. So yeah, that would be my ultimate like nerd out, man. That would be great. I don't really know what my opponent's deal is. Maybe a Reno deck? He might have, that's not going to punish me too much, I don't think. Nothing. The Poison Seeds would be the worst result off those, but nothing too scary. So anyway, I would, that would be my dream, man. Just, like, get, like, Uther and Thrall and Lich King and Jaina and, you know, Gin Greymane and all these great characters, some of which would certainly be Hearthstone characters. Tyrande, Malfurion. Like, so many cool results could happen there. Yeah, I think we can go on this one now. I don't really need to shuffle on this as long as things don't go against me. Looks like a Reno deck so far. Oh, Jan'alai is gone. Cool. Yeah, that's nice. All right. N'Zoth is going to be solid for me already. Well, we need to get this down, but at that point. Articulated figures are so expensive. Yeah, it's not a cheap hobby. I thankfully was in a world where I didn't have to pay for a lot of it. I was lucky enough to get like review samples, and more than probably half my figures were free to me. So it was really nice because they are expensive. You're my favorite Hearthstone streamer. Love your card reviews. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I will do my best. I feel very lucky to be doing it, so I'm going to try my hardest to keep it up. Dragon's Fury and Emperor Thorison. Nice. Back to Lego because I did some research. Lego is switching to a plastic that is made from sustainable sugar cane. Oh, cool. That sounds awesome. They're going to aim to replace all their plastics by 2030. Good for them. That's cool. Let's see. What's your wife/girlfriend think of you streaming all the time? Does she complain about it? No, she likes it a lot. And I actually think I stream far less than most streamers. I think I have what for me is a healthier kind of work-life balance. It may not be for everybody, but I usually only do 3-hour blocks of streaming. Make a lot of time for her and gaps in between. And although I have real work as well. I mean, like for instance, we spent a ton of time together this weekend. I think I do very well as far as keeping everything balanced, particularly for her. Maybe not as much with friends and family. It's hard to get that time for everybody, but for the wife, it's not hard at all. She very rarely complains. Does your wife know that you have a girlfriend? She's both. She is both a girlfriend and a wife, I think. I actually do feel like that's true. Like, I still feel like she's my girlfriend. Like, we just do a lot of fun stuff together, and it doesn't feel like exclusively wife-esque to me. All right. Cards are good. All right. All right. He's going to get some minions pulled here, which I don't mind necessarily. It depends how scary they are, I guess. Not very scary. This is a lot of armor, but we don't really care about that. We're going to do so much damage later that armor is inconsequential a majority of the time here. That could have been bad, but was actually pretty amazing. Oh, he played Harrison into my sword. That's sort of funny. Sort of funny! Oh, boy. Sort of funny, guys. Get it? Get it? Sort of funny. Oh, boy. Alright, forgot to tell I'm here at this time because I'm on vacation visiting my parents in Canada. Nice, dude. I've never been to Canada, but it seems like such a beautiful country on average. Like even the cities in Canada look like they're just stunningly gorgeous half the time. Okay, glad he didn't get an Oracle. I mean, this still hurts us a little bit. I would have preferred, I guess, a Vargoth or a Forest Guide or something here, but a swipe right now would sure be clutch, dude. Swipe. We don't have any swipes. I guess we just slam a N'Zoth in then. I don't know. 5, 7. It sucks because I don't actually kill the Lich King. I don't have quite enough damage on board. We could just hero. Guess we're hero powering because I hit the button too early. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Whoopsie. Alright, that solves the problem. I did not mean to hit the button, but I hit the button. So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Probably should have killed the sword first since you plagued. Yes, sure, we should have. True. Could we? I thought he had a small taunt on board. Didn't he have the... Oh, no. He had the apple bomb too, didn't he? He still had the apple bomb. Baleful Banker. Okay, that's honestly pretty good for him. So we could have traded into the apple bomb. That would have been better for sure. Canada has great ginger ale. Makes sense. Do you feel wild is easier? It's easier in some ways and harder in others. I think the player skill level's lower. I think we see more mistakes in wild than we do in standard. Like when I play a good deck in wild, we just fly. I went to legend with like an 85% win rate last month or something insane when I played an actual good deck, which I don't normally do in standard. Standard's like 63 to 65 or something % win rates. So yes, I think the skill level is lower in wild. So if you play good stuff, probably you're going to end up with a higher win rate. But it's harder in some ways because if you don't know all the cards, if you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of history with wild. Man, we're like kind of getting low on stuff. This is getting a little hairy. Like I'm also starting to fatigue, right? We got to be a little bit careful here. Grand seems like a reasonable burn. The sands of time run low. Okay, hopefully this dude doesn't have like an Archivist Elysiana or anything, or we might honestly lose this game. I can play 3 Cold Light Oracles next turn. I'll take a ton of damage, but I can take more than she can, right? Plus, they just got to deal with this board and stuff. I guess he has a Reno he can play, but that won't be enough. It's too early to Reno, honestly. As long as I have board space. I may not actually have board space. I need my Bran alive, and I need to be able to trade in all my minions to get enough lethal push. We will definitely have it here, right?
Welcome. Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
We definitely have it. There's no question. Zero question that we don't have it. This doesn't matter. This is just an exercise in board space. Okay.
Oh no, my trove of cards is gone.
I don't think I'm dying, right? There's no way I die. The opponent is definitely dead. By like a million. Sasumi's is back with a 2-month streak and a 6-month sub. Thank you, Sasumi's. The Rogue Leisure reveal, yeah, I thought it was kind of funny to just hang out and, we just made this man draw 8 cards. I don't know what his total fatigue count is here, but it's outrageous. He's currently at negative 24 health. I love it. He left the brand up. That's just asking for it. That's just asking for it. It was pretty funny, yeah. I thought it was funny watching people react. I gotta pee, guys. I'll be right back. Give me that 30 seconds.
Elise versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Class is in session.
Whoops. I took too long. This is unusual. I usually hurry, I feel like. I don't know. It's... this has been today's stream has been a long one. Hey-o! You rock, Holmes. Thanks, Susumi's, man. Appreciate it. I mean, guys, listen. Here's the thing about the Rogue Ledger reveal, right? It revealed when it revealed. If you chose to watch the 1 hour like countdown thing, you chose to watch it. It's not like it said it was gonna be revealed at 11. It told you when it was gonna be revealed. You could have just came back when it was gonna be revealed. So it's like showing up to a party an hour early and getting in line and then complaining that, you know, the doors don't open. Like, you know what time the doors open. So, I don't know. I enjoyed it personally. I thought it was fun and goofy and stupid, and I thought the memes in chat were funny. I don't know if you guys saw, I had the top comment on the live reveal stream thing. I commented, and it got like a ton of activity, so I was having fun reading those comments and stuff. So, to me, it was good. I liked it. I guess I made the most of it. I understand, like, well, why don't they just reveal the card at 11? And they could have, but also then, why don't they just reveal all 135 cards on the first day of the expansion, right? There are always those sorts of questions you can ask about card reveal season. It's a good result, honestly. I'm happy to see this. I don't love giving my opponent cards right now, but this is better than, like, pulling a Cold Light Oracle, at least. So, there were strange sounds played. Yeah, like, weird stuff in the background. We got Dexter to put it on the corner of the stream. Nice. Good for him. I hope he doesn't... there's a small chance he would get in trouble for that. I don't think so, though. Blizzard can be kind of weird about you restreaming their live stuff. But I don't think they would really consider that, like, a live thing. I think it'll be fine. If so, they would just be like, hey, don't do that. It's not like you'd get in trouble or anything right off the bat. Ooh, Circle of Healing here is scary good. Oh my god, but he is showing a lot of cards. Now, he may be playing towards a Nomi or something, too, beyond just combo. I don't know. This looks like a kind of dragon-y combo deck to me. I wish I could heal his stuff right now. I would give anything to heal a minion at this point. Please let me heal a minion somehow. That's all I want in this world right now, is to heal a minion somehow.
You wish to live.
Okay, that's a little spooky. I gotta be careful about playing Deathlords too because of Potion of Madness. He might be able to use that against me. Same thing really with Forest Guides, honestly. They're all kind of risky. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it will or not. When are you revealing your card for the expansion? I believe it's Friday at 11 a.m. my time. 11 a.m. on my time. Is that right? Yes, I think so. There's another card right after mine, which is weird. Most of the days, 11 a.m. has been the final card, but there's actually one at 12 on my day, I think, which I don't care about. That's fine. Card reveals are cool. Like, it's a really nice gesture. I greatly appreciate them, but they don't really move the needle directly that much. They're nice, but you don't get like a ton of extra subs or followers or whatever. Central Time, yes. It's currently 2:54 my time, so like 4 hours earlier than now, but on Friday. Any way to counter Big Priest, please. I'm rank 8 and I got a bunch of decks. Just playing fast is usually your best bet. Like Odd Rogue and stuff can kill them. Shaman's a good deck with answers too, because they have like hexes and devolves and stuff. So you can run a control shaman or even an aggro shaman that just has like hex or devolve. Like even shaman can probably get it too. This dude took a while. Oh, I wish I had a heal right now. Oh my god. What I wouldn't give for a heal right now. Boy, oh boy. What I wouldn't give for a heal. Okay. I mean, we've gotten through a lot of this guy's buffs and his double Radiant Elemental already. Those are kind of the scariest setups. So we still have like double Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, obviously, but the extra arms are gone. Power Word Shield is gone. We've pushed through Velen's Chosen as well. So he is going to be running a little bit lighter on ways to kill me, hopefully soon. Ugh, or not. I take it back. Never mind. I thought he already played the other more arms. Didn't it just show 2 on the deck list there? That's intriguing. I thought we had already gotten through that. That's kind of odd. Oh well, no biggie. Okay. Kind of hesitant to give him more stuff. He's a little bit resource choked right now. I wish I could play this without giving him a lot of tools. Even the Deathlord is really risky for me, like I talked about earlier. You know, this is a 32 damage card if he has the right components for him. So, like, wrathing this is a start, but I think I unfortunately just have to start cold lighting. We probably don't do the full thingy yet. Ugh, yeah, this is sort of the opposite of what I needed. Just gonna go ahead and kill the bigger one here because these don't have a lot of health, and health is what really matters for Priest, right? They care about health more than anything. Watch out for Benedictus. That would be a problem, yeah. I don't expect to see it, but that would suck. That would be tough. I play only Big Priest without Barnes, still OP.
You wish to live.
I mean, Shadow Essence is also a pretty good card, I will say. Pretty strong stuff. Swipe, 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 swipe. Oh, interesting. That's a card I would traditionally like to utilize. Malfurion's very good here. A Naturalize would have been nice, too. No Naturalizes yet, it's gonna hurt. Alright, I need life gain and I need removal. And unfortunately, instead I've got these big Deathlords that are really risky, and I'm feeling a little stuck. I don't want to give him cards, and I don't want to give him minions to Potion of Madness me with, so my hand right now is kind of garbage. Branching Paths is fine, but I need to do stuff alongside it, and a Spreading Plague here might be good soon. Civil Pain says, so, my surgery has been confirmed for October 16th, which means for Halloween I'm going to go as an assassinated president because of the hole in my head. She's a little dark, but I'm glad that the surgery is on the way, dude. I mean, I'm sure an intimidating notion, but ultimately a good one, right? Ultimately something that's going to help you, so it's a little scary, but at least it'll be authentic. Hey, it'll be authentic. Circle of healing, okay. Weird. Are we dead? We dead yet? We might be dead here, looks like. Looks like he figured it out. Yeah, we're dead. 36. Okay. Did he get it off in time? He did. Barely. Man, even after chipping away at the health, he still got there. It's tough. And 2 taunts up, too. If not for the silence, we had it. Shoot. Krispy Kreme says, hey, you Regis in chat. I just want you all to know that you're looking hella cute today. Thanks, man. Chat is definitely, I'm feeling, I'm feeling okay, but chat, woo! Chat. Guys are looking good. Looking good, looking good. Chat is looking good. 30 more minutes on the stream, guys, then I gotta run. I love how you end each video. Thanks, dude. Yeah, it's good to have little catchphrases and stuff. We cut out the catchphrase at the beginning of videos, so I wanted to be sure to keep the one at the end. I don't say hello, hello anymore, so I figured I better keep saying game on. Cultist Tac Tog Scheme equals #1 legend. We'll see. We'll see. Civil Pain, dude. You're gonna be buff, man. Gonna come back looking like Thrallmar Farseer. The buffest of all Hearthstone cards. Woo! It's got a chill down my back when I move my hair here. Woo! Spooky little chill down my back. Man. Scary stuff. How's our card review doing today, guys? Let's see. We've had, how many new subs today on YouTube? Quite a few. Pretty good day, it looks like. Pretty solid, I think. Burn a card!
My hand is too full.
Interesting. Silence, Ratcatcher stuff, maybe? So, let's see. Already, whoa, actually way more subs than I realized. Already 150 subs today on YouTube. That's a lot. That's actually crazy good. Way to go, team. Thank you, team. Let's just burn all his cards, right? Let's just burn all his cards. This could be very good for us. That seems important. That seems good. Nah, not so much. But still, Cube and Imp seem very valuable. Okay. Hopefully this lives and I can Bran it. Or Baffle it, I mean. Sack Pact. Into a Dread Infernal. Okay. Shame I don't have a Naturalize, eh? That would be really good. What if we find one? That's not a Naturalize. This is gonna make me burn a card, isn't it? Let's do this instead. Kind of risky because he clearly has some big stuff in his deck. It looks like he's doing... Well, he can't be Darkest Hour specifically, but he certainly has some big stuff in his deck. I'm still gonna burn a card. Jeez. Shoot. Nothing is that important. Naturalize is the only really bad burn. Actually, Cold Light Oracle is pretty bad too, because I need that. Looks like he's gonna Shadow Flame. Oh, that's weak. Is he gonna commit the Shadow Flame? No. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. That is amazing. Don't burn my Naturalize, please. Yeah, Vargoth is not the dream burn, I'll be honest. We do have Poison Seeds here, but I don't love it. I would kill for a Naturalize. Do I have time to just maybe chill? Let's just chill for a turn. We're not in a hurry. I can get the Poison Seeds on more stuff like this, right? And it just draws in more cards. I burn another card, but whatever. It's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay. What was I going to look up? Oh, yeah. I was going to see how my video is doing today. See if it's getting a lot of real-time views. Better to watch you live than YouTube for sure. I guess most people don't agree with that. Oh my god, look at this value we're extracting right now. Look at this value! So much freaking value. I love it. I love it. It's so good. Yeah, actually, let's just do this again. It's fine. We're drawing this man closer and closer to fatigue. Okay. Floop and Nazoth is a play we haven't really made yet in this deck, but it's going to be awesome when we do. Interesting. What's this about? Must have a... Oh! A little Godfrey boy there. Okay. I like Swipe Wrath here. It looks pretty good. We'll play the top deck swipe, but we'll Wrath first. Another Wrath, sure. Yeah, let's do this now. We get hero powers only once a turn. We can play that Ferocious Howl anytime. So, let's take the armor while we got it. Turn 9, he's thinking about what to do. This deck's crazy, by the way. I don't really know everything that's happening. Oh my god. I kind of need to save this for the inevitable Gul'dan. So I want to get through these naturally if I can. I'm going to try. I really needed the naturalize here. I really needed the naturalize. I can swipe Wrath this for now. It's not the dream, but I think I have to. We're just gonna take a hit. I gotta save this for Gul'dan, right? Like, there's no way I'm beating Gul'dan without the poison seeds. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Gul'dan here, honestly. That would not shock me. Did he top deck that? He did, yeah. Good for him. Perfect timing. He's gonna get a big buff on these, a lot of extra damage. Thank God we saved this, though. He shouldn't have a demon in hand then, right? Because this summoned all of them. He only drew a Gul'dan since then. So this should be exactly no demon summoned. But it wouldn't matter anyway, I guess. The board is full, so. Okay. He can set up some Defile Math to clear, but it won't be advantageous to him. He'll lose all his minions. 1 and 2 and 3. Now he just needs to put 1 to 4. This guy might have Reno too. We haven't seen any 2-ofs yet. That'd be kind of cool. That would be pretty cool. When you can you check out these 2 cards I have? Yeah, sure. Let's see. Zaya, a 5-mana 6/5 Death Rattle. If Rakan also died this game, shuffle 5 Feather Daggers into your opponent's deck. Feather Dagger is a deal 5 damage to a random friendly minion cast when drawn. Okay, so it kills your own stuff. Rakan is a 5-mana 5/6 Death Rattle. If Zaya also for this game, shuffle 5 Gleaming Quills into your deck, and that is deal 5 damage to a random enemy minion with lifesteal. Oh, interesting. So just board clear type stuff there. That seems cool. Yeah, I like the Fugan Stalag build, but definitely with a different outcome. Kind of a delayed outcome. Rank 25 Defile. What? Why didn't he just put 1 to 4? What? All he had to do was put 1 to 4. Isn't the 7/9 a singleton deck demon? Oh, maybe, yeah. I don't know. Is it? Is Kroll? Yeah, I guess he is, maybe. Yeah, maybe. That seems fine. That seems accurate. Let's just trade it and play this off. Oh, I can't. I just hit the button. That doesn't work. Brand Cold Light is a possibility here. We can Baleful. No, I can't. I don't have space. Shoot. Let's just do this then. I don't know, man. Whatever. It's a lot of damage. It might even be lethal. I don't know. Let's see. It's not quite, but it's close. Jeez. Okay. Okay. He couldn't put 1 to 4. Sure he could! He had 2 2s on board. Couldn't. Oh, I guess he couldn't. No, never mind. No, he couldn't put 1 to 4, could he? Was there really no way for him to get to a 4 breakpoint? Well, maybe there wasn't. Maybe there wasn't.
My hunger.
His hero power is the same too. It puts 1 to 3. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe he couldn't clear it. You guys are making fun of his defile. I don't think it was. It was probably a fine defile. Might have been his best defile. Although I feel like he could have got more stuff to the 3 breakpoint, right? Okay, early Reno. That's fine. We don't really care about our damage output anyway. All right, now we trade in N'Zoth, right? Alright, now I have the Floop N'Zoth. Actually, I thought I had another minion there, to be honest. Did I not kill a sword somehow? Why do I only have 1 dancing sword? Did he, like, transform one? Did I burn it, maybe? Maybe I burned it. I must have burned it. I thought I had another sword. I think Elise and Finley will be strong. That's a possibility. Yeah.
I'm almost out of cards.
I don't disagree necessarily. I think that could totally be the case.
I'm out of cards.
Turn into a Cold Light Oracle, please.
Out of cards.
Turn it. Actually, oh, I can't play it. I only have 3 mana. Why do I only have 3 mana? I thought I had enough here, but thankfully this is gonna. Well, we had it anyway, but the Naturalize makes it very, very short. Delicious. Tasty. Ooh. Oh, Naturalize is why I didn't have enough mana. That's right. That'll do it. Luck bit, dude. I mean, whatever floats for you, man. That's awesome. How do y'all feel about the power level of the expansion so far? It seems pretty strong so far. There's some pretty cool stuff. It's always hard to tell, though. You never really know. Hey, Mecha, dude. 25 months. Welcome back, man. That's a crazy resub, dude. Always dropping bits, always subbing. Like, what a baller. What an absolute baller. I love it, man. Thank you, Mecha. Did you guys know Thanos is a mutant in his race? I don't know much about Marvel lore. Sorry to say, I've been more of a DC guy my whole life. Until the movies, that is. Secret Mage and Wild got mega buffed. Yeah, maybe. I don't really know. I don't know what I would cut from the current Secret Mage list. Just start adding in other stuff, to tell you the truth. I don't know that you might want the defensive potential of the Flak Mage against things like Odd Paladin. I could see that, but I don't know if you'd run the Cloud Prince. It might be too slow. Because you need really cheap stuff to play with Alaneth nicely. I think it could be too slow. Ugh, sadly, I didn't kill these fast enough for the Never Surrender. Although, nowadays they are sometimes running the sneaky competitive spirit instead. It's not competitive spirit, okay. That's fine. Let's just drop a Varga. This might compel the trade, which sets up for the swipe. Unfortunately, coin is wasted, but they are running sneaky competitive spirits. So if it was competitive spirit, we could hit a swipe, right? And then we would have been good to go. And if it was Never Surrender, it didn't really matter anyway, right? We have the same sort of scenario regardless, so. Unfortunately, swipe only connecting with a few of these. It's kind of sad. This might look a little weird to people, but I'm gonna swipe the dude instead of this dude because of Quartermaster on 5. I think he plays the Quartermaster on 5 if he has 2 Silver-Hand Recruits. I think he passes on the Quartermaster if he only has the 1. So we basically set up for a top deck swipe. That's perfect. I was not anticipating the top deck swipe. But if we can keep him to 1 Silver-Hand Recruit, this Quartermaster or this Quartermaster right here feels a lot worse, right? Oh, he got it anyway. That sucks. So indeed, we made the right decision in a way. Just unfortunately, he had the Lost in the Jungle punish. So, man, this is one of the worst feeling spreading plagues I've ever seen against Odd Paladin. Because these have so much attack. I don't think we have a choice, unfortunately. We could try to Wrath here, but... How long are you still streaming? I don't know, like 20 minutes or so? Something like that? About 20 minutes. I got some real work to get done. I got some emails to answer. Got some done this morning, and then shifted over here to kind of... The card reviews finishing at 11 a.m. has really thrown off my stream schedule. But the card reveals have to take priority. I want to get my card reviews out. I mean, you know, it's 50,000 views on YouTube and like hundreds of new people following me on YouTube is unfortunately worth a little more than the stream. So, ooh, that's a good divine favor. Jeez, this is one matchup where them drawing cards isn't necessarily ideal for me. Can suck. Ferocious Hell Wrath is decent here. Why is this so buffed? Oh, Blessing of Might. Okay. So maybe like boom, boom. Malfurion, I guess. Kind of sucks, man. Kind of sucks. I need more than this. With both swipes already gone, we're kind of running out of roadblocks, and he just drew so many cards. I do have some stuff, you know, Howl, Deathlord Wrath is exciting. At some point, Poison Seeds might be worth it if this dude commits another Quartermaster, but I'm gonna be screwed if that happens because I don't really have ways to kill the 2/2s even. Alright. Oh, Mind Cleaver is super good. I am going to die, guys. Going to die. We don't have it, man. I would need another swipe, which is clearly not coming. These are going to get buffed a ton. Just kind of buying turns here, but not really doing anything to win, right? Pretty dead here. Pretty dead.
My Murgle brings all the
This
glurps
summons
to the
only
Glark.
1/2/8.
And
That's not enough.
Glark, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I didn't have to Glark.
Becca, what, dude? I love it. I love it. Do you have a card this expansion? Yeah, on Friday we reveal our card. Yeah. Friday. Becca, thank you for the 100 bits, man. Are you going to stay up till 2 a.m. for the next reveal? No. I just get up in the morning and catch up. I did stay up late on like Saturday night for the reveal that never came out, the one from Japan. It was like apparently them and Blizzard had a miscommunication. It was like a day later than it was supposed to be or something. I don't know what the full story was, but I did stay for that one and it fell through. As you all probably saw. I mean, this is something I gotta do, but it just doesn't win the game. Leaves him with 14, and I go up to 14. That's not enough. Dead.
Thoughts are plagued.
I'm dead. He has even more than 14, actually, doesn't he? No way to draw cards here. Just dead. Any clue if we will have to stream, if we will have stream card reveals this expansion? I don't know, man. We didn't get a first card reveal stream, so I guess we'll find out. I don't know. We had the San Diego Comic-Con thing instead, where they revealed the 4 legendaries. Even though that wasn't streamed on their channel or anything, I mean, it's kind of the same, I guess. Maybe the same. Maybe that's what they were using as a corollary. Hey, Mecha Sushi with a gifted sub. Thanks, dude. Grats, I'm a slinky. Wow, pretty sneaky, sis. What do you think about the new Druid quest? I don't think it's going to be great, personally. I don't think it's enough payoff yet on choose ones. There might be by the time we get to a full expansion rotation, so it might be good eventually, but today, I don't think it's there. Even the new card, the Oasis, while good, it just I don't think it's enough payoff. I don't think that alone is enough to get you there, in combination with cards that we currently know. Why is the Oasis not showing on here? I feel like some of the Saviors of Uldum cards are missing on this page. Where did that go? I don't see the Oasis anymore. Huh. Yeah, they're missing the cards from like Friday on here. A bunch of cards came out Friday on the Saviors of Uldum website thing that they have running, and they're missing them. They're missing the 200 cards. They're missing Oasis. They're missing the Warlock Death. Oh no, they got Expired Merchant. What are they missing then?
Visualized.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, they're missing Oasis. They're missing Hidden Oasis and the Hunter cards. That like block of cards got revealed on Friday. Weird. What do you think about the new 2-mana card? I see you, Smokey. I see you. Oasis was so bad it was removed. That's why you don't see it. They were like, we can't print this card. No, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think you think that either, but I don't know. I don't know why they got rid of the... It must be a mistake. It must have like a switch they flip or something, and it got switched the wrong way or something. Okay, Murloc Shaman with a Paladin hero power. This is scary stuff. Well, the Paladin hero power is not too bad. That's much, much better than Life Tap. Ooh, that's bad though. Ouch. That really, really hurts. Thank God that's not too good. That's a mistake. That's a big mistake. This is fun. This is just great news. I am super excited about this. Man. You don't see it either? Okay, so it's not just me. Okay. That's weird. I don't know why they removed them. I could send Blizzard a note, but it's like, is it worth the trouble? I don't know if anybody else will care. Well, this game is over. I can't believe he had to spend a card card there when he just got 4 cards added to his hand. Seems kind of bad. And this is why my deck will never be good. This adds 12. This adds 11, 12. Actually, a little more than 12 because of this, I guess. I'm dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. Bro would laugh? Yeah, more like an evil witch laugh. I think that was more evil witch territory. You know, one of those. I think it was one of those instead. Me and Peter Whalen are tight. Me too, man. Me too. I've only met him once, to be honest, but we had a good time when we met, so I think that counts, right? Doesn't that mean we're best friends? I think that means we're best friends. I'm pretty sure. That means we're best friends. We met once and we had a good time. That makes us the best of friends. But Peter Whalen was awesome. I love Peter. He's super cool. Everybody on the Hearthstone team I met is really cool. In fact. I would say. Alrighty, Shaman. I mean, we can try some minion-based plans here. Like me and Neil Patrick Harris. Exactly, yes. Well, I've hung out with Neil lots, though. I mean, we're actually legit good friends. We hang out like at least 3 times a year for like the last 10 years, so. No, me and Neil are real. Me and Peter, you know, just, you know, acquaintances. Me and Neil are real. That could be a song for sure. I never heard that before, the Rossicon voice line. That's pretty good. For Fire Festival. It's pretty good. Alright, guys. 10 minutes to go. Probably just 1 or 2 more games. Regis, I lost my Twitch Prime, And I don't have the 8-month badge anymore. Well, you can get it back as soon as you get your Twitch Prime back. I don't know why you mean you lost it. You just like don't have Amazon Prime anymore. If you come back, you don't. It doesn't have to be consecutive anymore. You can just do it whenever, and it'll still give you your badge. Which thank God for that. Regis is Johnny Bravo, isn't he? No, I didn't. I'm not Johnny Bravo. I designed Johnny Bravo. I'm not actually him. As a kid, I submitted a contest to Cartoon Network to like design a character contest, and I designed Johnny Bravo, like this dude, like slick backed hair dude, and they ended up using even the name and the art that I submitted. I mean, like they improved it obviously, but you know. It was kind of based off me as a kid. Yeah, I had like the big hair as a kid too. Yeah, I'll take a 5/7. Sure. Yeah, I like free 5/7s. Let's go.
Well,
Why not?
boys,
Sure.
make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Sure. Can I make him burn a card by trading this way? Yes. Okay, probably worth it.
Well,
Hey, Dorito and Scratchatron. Dorito, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I said Doritos, Mrs. Kilman came running. She's like, Doritos? I want a part of that. And Scratchatron with a gifted sub to some dogs. Thanks. Thank you. No, Condor, I didn't determine the character traits of Johnny Bravo, just his look and name. That's all. Regis fools me too much. I don't know if I should trust his card reveal. You definitely shouldn't trust whatever you hear about Johnny Bravo, that's for sure. The Johnny Bravo stuff is fake for anybody who doesn't know. If you think the Johnny Bravo stuff is real, I'm sorry, it's not real. I lied about Johnny Bravo. I don't know if I should have killed this or not. It's gonna heal up all that damage I did, so maybe, but I also just like don't really want to kill it yet, so I don't know. Next you'll be saying you're not actually friends with Neil Patrick Harris. Shh. Don't tell people. Don't tell anybody. Okay, Poison Seeds feeling pretty good here. He might think this N'Zoth was like really, really vital for me. I kind of hope he does think that. That would be cool. Honestly, though, let's just wait a turn here. We're not in a hurry to kill that rag. We want to get more value out of the Poison Seeds, right? We're not feeling the urgency at 51 health right now. I mean, maybe this gets punished by like a Spellstone or something. I don't know. But it's not like he's played a lot of Overload stuff. It should be okay. We're just trying to find Naturalizes. We're trying to find Cold Light Oracles. Stuff that draws me cards and draws him cards are really the goals. As you might expect from this deck. Batterhead's fine. I don't care about that. It's going to guarantee you get some face damage off, but that's not a big deal. I could probably let this rag go even another turn now, really. We have so much health. Yeah, I think I'm just going to draw cards. I just need stuff, right? Deathlord's solid. Bran is okay. Honestly, let's just play the Vargoth. Hopefully draw more cards. Anything but attack is good. Ugh, he gave him attack. I did get armor, which is fine. I feel like he always gives attack. I don't think I've ever done that where he didn't give attack. In reality, Regis is messing with the trust of someone with brain damage. Good point, Civil Pain. That puts a different moral spin on it. That puts a different moral spin. Ant told me that he created Bravo in the top bunk during a sleepover. Oh no! Ant is finally staking his claim to our collectively created Johnny Bravo. Uh-oh. I got a legal battle on my hands. Ant doesn't play Hearthstone anymore though, so it's fine. Ant is strictly a Teamfight Tactics streamer now. Strictly a Teamfight Tactics streamer. He streamed for 7 hours and 42 minutes 3 days ago of Teamfight Tactics. 8 hours before that. He is not only a Teamfight Tactics streamer, but apparently a crazy one. Oh boy. Wait. He used Big Bad Voodoo on the... Oh, that's probably fine. Yeah, splitting his resources here. That makes sense. Well, that's actually a bit of a pain. I don't want to double Poison Seeds here. So I guess we're just waiting again. But I'm out of cards again. Like, these are not the tools I want to be using to draw cards, right? These are the tools I want to be using to gain life. Spreading Plague is solid. Still not really what we want, though. Where are my actual tools? I have drawn more cards than my opponent. This is incredibly rare for us. Why did his Lich King burn? I don't remember that. Did we do that early? I don't remember that. Okay, that actually puts us in swipe range, which is nice. Well, not quite, I guess. Swipe Wrath, I should say. I cannot find card draw. God. Death does not scare me. This is really risky against this deck, but I can Poison Seeds into it. If I have to double Poison Seeds, I will. I mean, we're just going to have to do something eventually. I don't have a choice at some level. Might have devolved, so Spreading Plague is pretty risky. He doesn't want to devolve these because he actually wants to kill them to pull minions out of his deck. But really, the double Cold Light and the double Naturalize are what I need. I always feel like I have the wrong stuff in this deck. Always the... Oh my god. That is so much stuff. Oh my god. Did he forget to attack first? He definitely should have attacked first. Now Poison Seeds is looking amazing. Because if the Rags kill the minions here, or even if they don't, I can just trade these in. And then we know Poison... Hopefully they both hit minions. That would be the dream. Yeah, we'll take 50-50. That's fine. Okay, this is what we've been looking for this whole game. We'll still just try this Running Plague. If it gets devolved, that's fine. We still retain at least some kind of board for it, right? A bunch of 1-drops is cool. That's fine. So, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, that's fine. He's not killing me with these, so it's no big deal. Some of these are actually pretty sick. I like the Finley. Wretched Tiller's kind of fun. Yashraj, we can just kill it again. Whatever. Swipes and stuff will help here. I don't even know. I guess he has a Yashraj left, we know. So he may get a Yashraj. So swipe Naturalize is kind of fine. No biggies. Maelstrom Portal helps him a lot. Well, not that much. Oh, this helps a lot, though. That's nice for him. Oh, bother. So swipe clears up most of what we see at the moment. Naturalize will clear up whatever this pulls out. We won't be able to Spreading Plague if we do the Naturalize. So we might have to decide. That's kind of spooky, unfortunately, because of the Wind Fury aspect. I don't know if I can leave that up. I think we'll just Spreading Plague Naturalize, or Spreading Plague Swipe. We will leave that up. Still a little scary for the sake of the Wind Fury, if he can like devolve again or something, but I doubt he's got like big time Wind Fury synergies in this deck. I just don't know how you have enough mana left for that stuff. So hopefully there's not a second devolve and some kind of lethal Wind Fury-ish push. That would be the only big threat I'd feel. Well, he top decked the second devolve, but I got 3 taunts, so that's cool. In case there was a big scary thing. Oh my god, Batterhead's gonna kill all of it. I love it. I love it. What a play, man. What a play. What a play. Do we have any kind of lethal here? We're close. We're really close. Really close. I probably have to do a Naturalize on that 4-7 no matter what, though. This is not as spooky. Little scared to give him all these cards, but I need stuff myself. I need, Oh, I don't really have any armor game left. Yikes.
I'm almost out of cards.
I don't think I can afford to swipe, even though it's great. I think I have to naturalize this. It's just so much damage if I don't.
I'm out of cards.
I have a really big dilemma here. A really big dilemma here.
My thoughts are plagued.
I can Wrath naturalize, I guess. I can always shuffle the... I take 1 fatigue damage, but I reduce the damage on board as much as possible this way. I would have liked to armor up as well. It's arguably worth about the same. But he's got to worry about the Bran here. He's got to be thinking about Bran a little bit. He might be forced to remove instead of play stuff. If he plays like just a Yashiraj, that's not that spooky in and of itself, right? Do we have lethal here with Floop? Probably, but I gotta shuffle first. Yes, we definitely do, because he draws 5. He's taking, I don't know, some insane amount of damage. Okay. GG.
I'm almost out of cards.
Can shuffle again here, just to make sure I don't die accidentally to fatigue. And GG. Cool. Good win, man. Good win, team. Nice. Okay, guys, I guess that's it, man. That's gonna call it. It was exactly 3-hour mark. That's how long I wanted to go today. So, thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for all the love on the subs here at the last few minutes. Thanks to getting 1,000 bits, Tentacle. That's actually pretty crazy. Pyro got 500. Shamudi is 300. Leaderboard's filling up there. Thank you guys for stream of the week. I will be back. Oh, I'm supposed to stream tonight. I totally forgot. I guess I will. Yeah, tonight's on the schedule. I forgot it's a Tuesday. Totally blinked on that. So I guess I'll see you guys actually pretty soon, believe it or not. I'm going to take a break, go hang out, eat some dinner, get some real work done. I'll see you guys in like 3.5 hours. It's really soon. If you didn't catch my full card reviews, they're on YouTube right now. No worries. What was I going to say? No worries. Something, Lion King. No new video today is what I was going to say. But, well, there was one already, but not another new one. So you can go watch the one I put out earlier this morning. Otherwise, come back tomorrow for another new card review at 11-ish, I think. 11:30 probably. My time, Central Time. That's in 20 hours or something. So... go sub on YouTube. Links below the stream. Big button down there says YouTube. Lots of new subs today, so that's exciting stuff. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tonight on stream. We'll see you tomorrow on stream. And I will drop a raid here real quick. Let me see who I'm going to raid. Some...